Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Rod Arriagada coming to you live from Keystone Centre here in Brandon, Manitoba. We're here for the 2023 Dakota Nation Winterfest pool tournament, and this is a B-side, A-side B division matchup. That's what it is. It's Glen McAuley versus Todd Ricker. Glen just scratched at the table, so Todd's going to get a ball in hand, and it looks like he's going to be shooting, I believe, high ball. Going to get straight to it and get on behind that 9, which is going to be a problem ball for him. Smart to give himself a little bit of an angle here, because now he can try to open up this 8 ball a little bit too because of it. But I watch out not to miss the shot, just to focus on the spin to get into the 8 ball though. Got to be careful here. He doesn't really have to open up the 8 ball, but he kind of wants to pull it away from the 1 ball a little bit. Just has to make sure he runs into the 8, not into the 1, because then he might tie up that 8 ball a little bit more. Well, that will do. That will do. A couple of shot options here, the 11 or the combination 10 to the 14. He's looking at this 11 ball thinking this is the way to go because he doesn't want to take the combination here. But if he makes this 11 ball, he might get stuck having to do a combination anyway. And I'm not sure this is the easier one or the better one. He could maybe cheat the pocket a little bit here on this 12 ball and just go around the 14. Trying to decide what he's going to do. Oh, good shot there to make sure that it went through, because if he played that lightly, that ball would have been tied up at the end. Now, this is the thing here. You know, you got to be careful on your choice. You could, the problem with taking the 10 ball is a bit of a stretch shot, but the 10 ball is actually a little bit better to make than the 14 ball, because for the 14, to get onto the 10, you got to be pretty precise in your shape, which is going to require you to draw back, or at least come off the cushion with some spin. And there's always a problem that it may not come off the way you want, see? So that's the reason why I would have taken that 10 ball. It just made more sense. And I mean, the natural tangent line of the 10 ball from where he was would have taken him off the top rail and back into that 2 ball, which would have given him the shot on the last stripe. And it would have made it easier for him to get the finish. Now he's stuck in the situation. And now, I don't know how I feel about this. You know, the kick shot is a good opportunity, but I feel like maybe the jump shot might be better here. Although if you're going to try to cut this into the pocket, then the kick shot will probably be a little bit more accurate for that. Just kind of figure out his middle point. Luckily for him, they're pretty lined up, so it's not too bad. He's basically got to hit just slightly to the right of that middle diamond on the bottom rail. Actually, I feel like hitting the diamond slightly left would be better. Yeah, slightly left I think is better, with a touch of left-hand spin to counter it. He had the right idea. So a ball in hand for Glen McAuley, and he's going to be happy to be able to get a chance here at this first table. Could have started off with being down by 1. Instead, he's got a chance to be able to save his rack and be up by 1. No jumper, I'm thinking, says Aaron Campbell. Yeah, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't have one. But another thing, too, is about that jump shot. If you take that jump shot, you have to hit it pretty precise. And not just the jump, but, I mean, the way you shoot it through. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I got to answer it.
Hello. What's up, bro? Yeah, it's been a while, man. What's up, bro? I'm in the middle of streaming right now. Usually I do have one, but I don't think I'm having it this year. I'm going to be going out of town the week that same weekend, so. Yeah, maybe. The only thing is that I gave everybody a present last year, right? I don't have any presents for them this year, so I'm not sure. It would be on the Valentine's Day weekend. I'll see. I'll look into it. Okay, I'll see if maybe somebody else can run it or something. But give me. I got this event that I'm streaming all weekend on, and I won't be able to focus on that till Monday. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll try to do one for you. Talk to someone.
Got a call for a request for a tournament. But I'm going out of town this day, and he still wants a tournament, so I'm going to have to arrange a tournament for my friend who's looking to play. I think he's looking to play with his girlfriend. I don't know. Maybe it's just a friend. Maybe he's taking her on her date, and she's a pool player. I don't know. But he's looking for a Scotch doubles tournament. And if I have to create a tournament for my friend to be able to impress his new girlfriend, I guess I will. I always say, asking you shall receive, right? I don't know who won that first game. Oh, it was Todd, that's right, because he made that beautiful shot. Let's take a look at that shot again. Wait for him to do his break first. Makes the ball off the break. Take a look at that cut from earlier. It's a nice little cut. He had to get past that side pocket. I don't know how many times I made that shot and it hits that side pocket of the horn and it kicks it out. So annoying. There is a way to get around it, you know, just a touch of left-hand spin on that shot and it goes right in there, past that side pocket. It's kind of weird because we're taught to play that shot with right-hand spin, right? Because normally all the cuts that you will make from there would go with right-hand spin. But for that one specific shot, you got to put left-hand spin, and that counters everything. When it comes off the rail, it pushes the cue ball or the object ball back into the rail as it goes past that side pocket. Well, attempt to make the 5, but he's going to come up short. And Glen will get a turn at this table now. Down by 1. Would like to tie things up here. It is a race to 4, alternate break, so it's a quick match. But, you know, he's got a chance every second rack because he's breaking every second rack. However, he lost the first one here, which was on his break, so now he's has to catch up. Winning this game alone is not anything except for just a tie. He needs to win the next one after just to get the lead. Shot to the side is good. One of the things about, you know, playing pool is it's fine to play pool all the time, but then when you get on a stream table, it changes your game a little bit. And it doesn't always happen right away. Usually it has something to do with, you know, you make a mistake or two, and next thing you know, you're starting to think about the table more and thinking about your game, and it's falling apart, and next thing you know, you're all over the place. Tough to stay focused. I'm having a tough time staying focused right now. Actually, I'm looking at a table on the side, watching this guy make a shot. It's a nice shot, but he's stuck in a bad position here. I wish you guys could see this right now, so you can see how this guy's going to deal with this. Oh, he's going to call a crazy shot too. Instinctive, I tell you. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, good attempt though. He hit the horn. Nice try, man. Lots of great pool throughout the weekend. Lots of great pool. Lots of other events going down too. For those of you that are, maybe you like watching pool, you enjoy watching hockey, right? This is a good weekend for you to come out and check things out. Lots of hockey, lots of pool. You like volleyball or basketball, they got those events going down too. There's singing competitions, talent show singing competition. There's square dancing competition. I had a tough time trying to find square dancing music. I try my best to find it so I can kind of get more acquainted with square dancing, but I couldn't figure it out. I know it's something that, has been taught for like decades. I just never been much of a square dancer, that's all. Hey, I'm going to set up my second mic at some point here, too. Just in case if anybody wants to come hang out. Yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable here. For a lefty, this would be a bit of an uncomfortable shot, too, but I think it's slightly better for a lefty than it is for a righty. If you're not feeling it, then I guess you always go for a kick shot, but it just seems reasonable just to, try to stretch over the shot here and just make the cut. Definitely a lot easier than going for the kick shot, but the kick shot is right there too. Gonna open up that 8-ball, needs a follow-up shot. Hasn't quite got it. He's got a little bit of room there for a safety, though. Just don't know how good of a room he's got for a safety. That the blockers are the 15 and the 12 or the 10, whichever one's above the 15 ball. He has, I think, an edge of that 14, so he can just skim the edge of that 14, get the cue ball to come off the cushion into those two stripes, and that'll be best. If he doesn't have that 14 ball, then he's stuck taking this 12 ball, which is what he's calling. What's up, bro? How's it going, man? Just slightly shy of the angle that he needs for a breakout here. Now he's going to have to figure out whether he wants to play for the breakout or just, try to play for a bank here. He's looking at his options right now. And the reason why, if you try to play this with inside spin, you're going to miss that breakout, and the cue ball's going to go towards that 5. If you put some extra spin, you might be able to get it to go towards that 2. It's still not going to help you. You're still going to miss the breakout. So now you're thinking about going off side to side, but that 7 ball is right in the path, so you got to shoot the ball above that 7 ball to come across. Now you got to make sure that that line, when it comes across, is going straight back towards that 15 like he's aiming right now, because he's not going to have any spin added to this other than the original spin from the shot just to get across that 7. Once he gets across from the 7, the cue ball is going to bounce straight in a straight line, so that's not going to help. So he's trying to cross bank here. Oh, what an attempt. Yeah, he's going to get lucky. A little bit of reward, perhaps. Oh, no, it just crept through. I mean, it had it jammed up right there. He's perfect, man, but it crept through, so it's giving his opponent, Glen, a little bit of opportunity here. Yeah, it's the only thing he can really do. Just, you know, play it safe and let his opponent deal with it. So Todd's calling a safety here on this one. It almost looks like there's something, but there's nothing there. I just can't see anything. I mean, maybe there's something, I just don't see it. They're going to call somebody to watch the shot. Tyrone's going to watch the shot instead. Okay, that's better for me. We'll get his view in there. He's going to watch it with his eyes. Oh, he's just playing the safety, that's why. That's good safety. I mean, it was a good hit anyway. All right, there's the challenge bracket. Thank you, Shauna. Is this the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. Thank you, appreciate it. So that's been pinned on there for you guys. Rod the wingman. Dan or Don Dinger, how you doing? I said Dan. I apologize. Gene Peacock, welcome back. Jaden Hunt, welcome back. Oh, I'm not sure this is going to work out for him. I know he was trying to set up a breakout angle, and it's not quite there. I mean, the cut is there, but it's not a good cut. It's not going to help him out much for this breakout. He had the right idea, but he went over by like 6 inches too far. We'll see. He's trying to counter it here. He actually got pretty close, closer than I thought he was going to get on it, but it didn't break it out. Now, the worst problem about going for that shot is that you have nothing left to shoot at except for the 5, so now you got to open up this mess for your opponent. If you can see any of the 5, that might be okay, but if you can't, you're going to have to follow on this and give your opponent a ball in hand. This is why it's important when you're at the table, you know, if you're not in position for the breakout or for the shot that you're looking for, to try to look at safety or something that can get you another opportunity back at the table. What he did there is he committed to the breakout, but he didn't get it. So now he's in a spot where, you know, he has to hit this, and if he doesn't hit it, well, he's going to give a ball in hand to his opponent, and a great opportunity for him to be able to get up 2 games here. Yeah, it's a foul. So ball in hand for Todd. An opportunity here. Because he's bumped his stripe up to the top right corner, he's got a couple of breakout opportunities here. He may not even have to really break it out. He can just make this 15 ball and just stand over or draw over for that 14 ball next. You got to be careful. See, the thing about this shot is that you might end up jabbing and getting stuck behind the 5. You actually want to play this through off the cushion and back into the middle of the table slightly. This way, the way he's doing it is not bad, but the thing about it is that he's jacking up his cue. He's got a wrong angle. He's taking that cue ball to the left side of the table, making it a little bit harder for him to get that 14. He should still be able to get the 10 ball. And it looks like he still has the angle here for the 14 ball if he wants to take it too. But had he just played it with a little bit of angle, the cue ball towards the rail, and then back to the left side or the middle of the table, then he would have been able to just make that 15, come across, set up for the 14, and come across for the 10 ball in the finish. He can still do it here. I feel like he's going to get a weird spin off this 5 ball, though. Only way you can counter that is by hitting right-hand spinner so you kill the angle off that 5. Oh, he was able to spin around it. I'm talking nonsense. He's fine. It'll still be the challenge, though, getting down for the 8 ball. Lots of topspin. Lots of power. And it's a makeable shot. I'm okay with this. Any further to the right, then you'll be looking at a bank shot. But here, you can still afford to do a cut. And the tangent line's not bad, you know. As long as you get it with some inside spin, then you should be okay from scratching. If you put outside spin, though, you're going to scratch. So you got to be careful on that. Outside or center ball will get you the scratch. Oh, and he just missed the shot. But he missed it on the plus side. He hasn't really sold out. He's giving his opponent a chance to either play a safe or a bank here. I'd like to play the safety here, but, you know, he might feel like the bank is the best way to go. And it could be. I'm just not much of a banker, right? So to me, I have some banking fears where other players don't. Oh, he just missed it. Needs a little bit of a lucky roll here. That's not going to get it. 8 ball's chilling by the pocket, nothing in the way, and Todd should be able to get up 2 games on this one. Lots of referee being called here. They got their organizers running the tournament. They're doing the refereeing, so that's good. Yeah, that 8 ball was in. It felt like it was in the minute that he came to the table. 2-0. He's got 2-game lead in a race to 4. He's looking all right. Glen McAuley, well, he doesn't have his back against the wall yet, but it's slowly getting there. He needs to make a difference in this rack right now just to avoid the pressure. You'll be looking for some extra power on this break just so you can make something and get going. Got to be careful, though. You know, too much power can usually mean an uncontrolled cue ball, and that can end up with either the cue ball jumping off the table or scratching in a pocket. But breaking soft here is not going to help, so he's going to have to put some power in it no matter what. I don't know what you guys' opinion is in the situation, but if you have a regular break and then you have a second ball break and you're up 2-0 on your break, do you break your regular break with confidence, or do you break the second ball break knowing that there's going to be a cluster there, but you're going to make a ball more unlikely? Tough to be in that spot. I watch people, you know, play that one out and it's worked and it hasn't worked. So there's different ways that can actually work out. But I like going head on and just making a ball, you know, if I can. But if I come up dry, I'm usually selling out that table. I think he came up dry. It looked like he came up dry. So Todd Ricker will come to the table. He's got an opportunity now to get on the hill. 2-game lead is going to allow him some comfort mentally at the table, but he's still going to have to be a little bit careful to make sure that he doesn't sell out opportunities to his opponent. One of the hardest things to do for a pool player is to close out a match when they have a strong lead, and a lot of the reasons why is because we tend to be a little bit looser when we're comfortable, you know, and then the problem with that is that it can work, right? You know, you're playing loose, you make some nice shots and all that, but what happens when you're under pressure and, you know, you're playing loose and now, you know, you can't make the shots that you need to make? It can backfire on you. So for me, usually what I say when you have a nice strong lead, and this is not a strong lead, by the way, it's only 2 games, but if he was to get on the hill first with a 3-0 lead, what you're supposed to do there is you're supposed to, you know, get more of a grinder mentality. Pretend that you're the guy that's down, right, and you're trying to win. And if you usually switch the mentality from being a comfortable player at the table because you're on the lead to the player that's coming in from behind that, you know, needs to focus better, you're going to play better when you're the other guy. So it's kind of a reverse psychology that you got to play on yourself. You got to tell yourself, you know, that you need to work this out because you're down 2-0 or 3-0. And if you play like that, then usually you'll see the safeties, you'll see the right shots when you're at the table, and you're going to defend your racks a little bit better. You still might lose 1 or 2 games, right? It might still happen, but if you got the right mentality in the match and you're trying to defend your opportunities every chance you get, Well, there's a better chance that you're going to win that match before your opponent does because you're doing everything right. Confidence could be a killer at the table, man. I'm telling you. Sometimes you just feel too confident. You go for a big shot, you miss, and now you turn the table over and you lost the match. All the best players know that there's a balance between confidence and, you know, being smart at the table. Does he have the shot on the one? I feel like he doesn't, but maybe he does. There's a small gap between the two stripes, so maybe it goes in there. No, it doesn't look like it. He's coming back towards the 7 to take a look at the 7 now. I feel like there's not a whole lot there for that 7 ball. Maybe he was trying to play the shape for the 5, you know, and he just came up short. But it looks like it might still be there. He's calling the 5, so maybe it's still there. Well, it went out the 2 horns, so the shot was there. But he'll come up short. Glen McAuley will get a turn on this table now. Trailing by 2. Lost the first break. Now he's on his second break, looking to capitalize this time around. A lot of work on the table, though. He's got a couple of breakouts, a couple of positional shots that he's got to play. The only thing that's good for him right now is the starting point. Other than that, he's got a lot of work to do. I'd like to go out till and open up that 15 ball from here because you got a decent angle for it. Chooses not to. We'll take a look at his options. 9 ball looks like the only option he's got. Maybe a bank side on the 15, but I'm not sure you want to take that on. That's going to work out nice. He's got a nice straight line on this 11 ball. Still has to figure out what to do with his 15 ball, though, and that 13 ball's tied up also. It's not really tied up. I mean, it has a pocket, but you have to get perfect shape or a ball in hand to get it. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, now he has to figure this out, right? And so there isn't, like, there's no real setup here on the 13 ball, which means he has to break it out. And then from there, he needs to get something to be able to break out the 15 ball, which is going to be tougher to get to. I wonder if he's got enough room. I won't be able to talk from the side view, but maybe he'll give me a better idea. It looks like he might be able to bank that 15 ball. I could be wrong. It could be too close to that 5. Let's see. We got a couple of comments. So I'll go back and check them out. I don't mean to neglect everyone, so I apologize if I haven't acknowledged your comment yet. Charlie Edwards, how you doing? Says hi from New Zealand. There's a first. I don't think I've ever had anybody from New Zealand yet. So welcome to the stream. Pleasure to have you on board. Murad Fayad, welcome to the stream. Brent Whitaker, Mike Peters, how you guys doing? Helen Lalashute, welcome to the stream. Timothy Bones says, also the powwow, our First Nation brothers and sisters showcasing traditional dance and the regalia and traditional song. Rod, if you get a chance to check it out, it's amazing. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff, man, for sure. Oh, I must have left the closed captions on. There's always something when I'm roughed out here. Let's see, settings. Yeah, I forgot to turn that off. And I had people message me too, so there's people probably that messaged me. Okay. All right, I took it off, so there shouldn't be no more closed captioning. I don't like the closed captioning because, you know, it shows how bad my vocabulary can be. I always blame it on the autocorrect, though, so, you know, I never really take responsibility for my own. It's the Canadian thing to do. I'm kidding, Canadians. I am born in Canada, by the way, but don't come after me for that one. Does he have the shot to the side? Maybe that's what he's thinking. Just stop shot, stop shot, stop shot. Oh, he had a little bit of an angle, so he's left himself tough here for this one ball. A little bit more to the left, he would have been able to cut that no problem, but from here, he's going to have a challenge. How's it going, man?
I love the cube check. I love it. The cube case. Yeah. I said to him, like, how come nobody's thought of that yet? You go to so many different events to take your code, to take your purse, right?
Just a fluke.
Yeah.
Submit the cube check on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Well, I mean, like, really, it's not going to be...
Block for smoke.
That's right. You don't have to worry about it, right? It's, yeah. So smart. I'm going to quit doing this. I'm just going to go around doing Q checks all over the place. I'm going to make way more money, man. I probably will, yeah. And I don't have to work as hard.
Talking about that, they have a Q check here, which is kind of nice, right? So they have code checks. Oh, he made the shot. Oh, no, I missed it. You made the shot, though, man. What a beautiful shot. I had to switch cameras for us to see it, and I just missed it, man. What a shot that was. I mean, I got it, but I missed it. I'll show you. Now you can see that was a tough cut, man. And I tried to get the savvy, but I couldn't. Just missed it. He made the shot, though. What a beautiful shot. That had potential for highlight of the day, but because I didn't catch the second angle, it's not going to be. That was a beautiful shot, though. I mean, this one's going to be perhaps even better because he's in a tougher spot now, but we'll see. Connect the dots. You might get the result you're looking for. Dixie Pinchback says, I love bank shots. By the way, I'm catching up with messages or comments. And, you know, sometimes it's like 20 minutes went by and I'm just getting back to you. And I'm talking about a match that happened at the beginning of the stream and you're talking about the match that's going on right now. I'll catch up, though, I promise. Albert Tillman, Wade Hilderman, welcome to the stream. Justin Bone, Jeff Edwards says, come on, Glenn. Shauna McKay Tracy says, Rod, can you stream the ladies, in particular Yvette Cabell versus Jackie Peranto? That would be a great matchup. Thanks. I can ask. I'll request it. Here, let me screen cap it just in case. I'm not running the tournament, so I can't really decide who gets on the table, but I'll request it for you. You know, I'm a strong believer in asking you shall receive, so you ask, I'll ask, and maybe you will. Samantha Jane, welcome to the stream. Jeffrey Bertonier, welcome to the stream. Sounded like a French name there, so I have to let up on my accent a little bit. Chad Presley, how you doing? Tom Bignell, welcome. Shanna also says, and also another great match would be Alana Thiessen versus Lori Norquay. Also, Lori is playing. Love to see either, but leaning toward watching my cousin Lori. All right, well, we'll find out, okay? I'll screen cap that one too, just in case if they say no one to the one and they say yes to the other, maybe. And Joe Latoria, welcome to the stream. And I missed that shot too. He made a huge bank on this one. Nice shot. Well, and he needed to get that game under his belt, man, because, you know, they didn't want to be down 3-0 in a race to 4. 2-1, that's not so bad. You got a bit of a battle. You defended your rack. Your opponent's going to break now, and you're hoping that, you know, he gives you a chance on his break, and then maybe you can tie things up. Go back to square one. That would be the ideal scenario. Josh Hill. Holly Jones, welcome to the stream. Aaron Starback, Warren Sampson, welcome, guys. Maxine Hool, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to go ask him right now, okay? I'm going to ask him about those matches.
Not bad there. Up 2-1. Hey, I got my list.
All right, I'm back. I requested it. Some of those matches already been played, though, so I think they have another ladies' match that's coming up soon, and they're going to see if they can try to get that one over here. The A division men's was 32 players. The B division men's was 32 players, and the ladies division was 16. So their tournament's going a little bit faster than all the other ones because they start at the same time too. It's kind of nice, man. I'm running the tournament here. Well, not running the tournament, but I'm streaming the tournament here. And it's a little thing. It's really not that big of a deal. But it's something small that to me kind of, I appreciated the fact that they said it. I said, oh, they got this big speaker. I said, oh, so you guys are going to, do your own mic or whatever, blah, 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 joking around, right? And then the one guy says, well, we thought about it. It's just going to be for announcing the matches so people know who's playing. But they also thought about using it for music, he says. But then he says, we don't want to have any issues for you with your stream, so, maybe we won't have any music on. And, that's something that, to me, as a streamer, I appreciate because we always have issue with copyrights. As a viewer, for the viewers, I think they kind of appreciate it, too, because though the filters are okay, it makes the stream sound a little dry at times. And so, I think that this kind of helps out when you can have the atmosphere in the background, the people talking and laughing, walking around, all that gets picked up. You get more of a feel for the atmosphere in the building, which as a pool player, as a viewer, I would enjoy being a part of or being able to enjoy it through the stream. So I like the fact that they, decided to not have music just so they can protect the stream from copyright infringement. But if they choose to have music, that's okay. We'll just deal with it. But I just appreciate the fact they did that. Sometimes I go to the hangar on Sundays and the music is so loud and I try to ask, can you turn it down? And I get squeezed out because no, we need to have music, right? And then I go to the blue room and it's it's too quiet because there's no music, right? And then you got the cappuccino machine going off like crazy at the blue room. So it's a little bit of everything at every location that I go and stream. But this one is it's nice. They're trying to be aware of the copyright infringement, which is nice. I don't know if you guys remember the Manitoba Masters, but there was an issue there with a copyright infringement at the hangar, and that footage got removed completely. I had no control over that either. Once they claim it for copyrights, it's gone. And there was some pretty good shots on that stream too that we never got a chance to watch again. Marvin Beatty, how you doing? David Gilbert, welcome to the stream. Shah says, thanks, Rod. Worth a try. Yeah, no, honestly, anytime that anybody asks me for something, I'll do my best, right? And as long as it's something like a reasonable request, don't ask me to, like, come up with $1 million donation because I can't, right? But ask me to open the door for you and I will. You know what I mean? Just keep it reasonable. Good safety. Really good safety. And that's what he's got to do, right? So he winning that first game, allows him to have a little bit more confidence on the table. But even then, he's playing the smart way. He doesn't see something, he'll play smart, play a safety, try to earn a different opportunity at the table. So he's going through the right process. And this is what I was explaining a little bit earlier. When you're ahead, you lose this thought process, right? You get a little bit too comfortable and you go for crazier shots because it's almost like you're anxious, like you're eager to win the match. And not just because you want to win the match, but you want to win the match with a big score, right? So 4-0, 4-1. You want to win like that. So sometimes your head gets into your own head, right? And you start chasing stuff, and next thing you know, you lost the match because you went for too many crazy shots. Here, and Glen is showing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, is keeping a level-headed mentality at the table. Don't go for anything crazy unless you feel like you can make it for sure. But other than that, play smart, try to take advantage of every turn, and hopefully you get back to the table with a better opportunity. Glen's going to call the 7 to the side. He's going to miss it, though. And, he's left him a shot on this 12 ball, so he's got something. There is a lot of room here for error still, though, because he needs to get specific shape or a breakout for, I think it's the 14 ball that's sitting below the 5 in the top right corner. Other than that, this table is fairly open for him, right? We'll see what he decides to do here. I like the way he's looking at this right now, because you can make this tall to the corner, kind of follow through a little bit here for the 11 ball, or stun it for the 11 ball, and then from there just stun over to the right side of the table for that 14. Instead of breaking it out, just play position from the right side, make it in the top left corner. Bit of a puzzler. Maybe he doesn't have the angle there that I thought he would have for this 14 ball. He might have to play through and come back for that 14 to break it out. He's trying to create some angle here. I wonder if he maybe just banked this off the rail, off that 4 ball in the top right corner. Or is that the 8 ball? That might be the 8 ball that's up there. I gotta take a look here. No, that's the 4 ball. The 8 ball sitting right below that cue ball right now. Yeah, so I'm wondering if he can maybe just bank this 14 off the rail, off the 4 ball in the top right corner. And I wouldn't really try that, but I would from this position. I feel like from here it's available. He's calling it. He's looking at it. I like this call. I'm not one for taking crazy shots too often, but I like this call. This is a good call. I think what matters on this one is the pace that he puts on it, right? If he hits it too hard, he's just going to sell the table. But if he hits it light and it doesn't go in the pocket, he'll take over that pocket. And that can be beneficial in this match. What a shot. But he didn't get rewarded. He needed a shot on the 1 ball. Can he masse around this 8 ball? Maybe he's got that 15, or maybe he's got to play the 15 9 ball combo. He might have to play the combination here. This is a big shot, especially because, you got a couple of feet traveling between the 15 and the 9 ball. The 9 ball's not quite in the pocket, so this 15 has to cut into it, making this shot a little bit harder to make. He's just going to come up shy on it. Take a look at that last one that he made, though. This was a nice shot, you know, and I feel like there's a time when you got to risk it. That was one of the times where you had to risk it. It was the right call. It just came up short on the shape for the follow-up shot, that's all. But as far as making the right decision in this situation, I feel like he made the right one. Off the 4, that's right, Jim McKenzie. That was a way to play that shot. No, he's just unfortunate that he ended up with a weird shot on that 15 for a combination on the 9, because if he came over a little bit more to the left or came up short a little bit more to the right, he would have had the 1 or the 15 on its own. Makes the 5 ball. This table's looking not too bad for him. The only thing he's got trouble with is that 6 ball, which is tied up just above that 9. I don't see any breakouts for it either. Yeah, I don't really see it. I feel like he's going to have to play safety. Excuse me. I would actually play a safety here instead of make this. I wouldn't make this. I would just cross bank this off the side cushion and then take that cue ball straight up and then right back down into that 6. Or not that 6, that 2 ball. I think that's a 2 ball. Let's see if I can show you guys here before he does this shot. He may get it before I can show you it. So I'm thinking you hit this. Oh, sorry.
Can you put the shot clock on it?
The shot clock on it? I guess I could, but I have it set up for hockey right now. Yeah. This is calling just a shot. He's asking me if I can put a shot clock, not on him, but just altogether. So I would take this, make this go this way, and then just get the cue ball to go up and back down like that. Well, he just made it. That works too. But that was basically the gist of it. Just try to get that line right there, because that's the perfect safety. And the reason why it's perfect is because, you know, you're going to force your opponent to, you know, play that 15, and if they can't hit that 15, they're going to try to swerve around to that 9 ball, which is ideal. When you play a safety, you want to try to set up a safety that makes your opponent kind of break out your trouble ball for you. Force his hand a little bit, right? Usually the opponent's never going to go in for it unless it's the only ball they have left. In this situation, it's not. So he's going to try to maybe masse around this 2 ball to get the 15 on the get the hit on the 15 ball. He's going for a kick shot. I like the simple masse here, but it doesn't really matter. As long as he doesn't move anything there, which he didn't, it was almost perfect. Almost perfect. And this is not bad. I mean, he's left his opponent a shot on the 2 ball and on the 7, but there's no breakout for the 6 ball. Only way your opponent's going to make the 6 if he banks it from bottom table somewhere. You can try, like, I know instinctively you think I can just, you know, spin off the 7 ball into that 6 ball. You're not going to make it there. You have to jack up a cue, drag it with lots of spin, and add a masse to it, which is, you know, kind of define the odds on the physics of pool. Yeah, that's going to work out okay. The main thing is he doesn't, like, even if he gives him a shot on the 15 ball, that's fine. But as long as he doesn't give him a breakout angle off the 15 into that 9, then, you know, that's what he's got to watch out for. Let's take a look at the side view, because I feel like maybe as long as he gets a shot on the 9 goes, he doesn't have to break it out. Hard to tell from that gap. It looks like it's pretty close, though. Looks like maybe if he just makes this 15 ball, he might be able to just cut that 9 ball from there. He wasn't going to come off the cushion and back to the middle, though, no matter what, so he's got to be careful on the pace. Yeah, so it looks like he's got enough room to be able to cut this in. That's what he's setting up for. It's a tight squeeze. You know, I feel like maybe they might even call a ref on it because it's so tight. But you'll know. I mean, that 6 ball is going to bounce off the rail pretty hard if you hit that 6 ball first. It might even double kiss that cue ball, so you wouldn't even make contact with the 9, I feel like, if you hit that 6 ball first. Yeah, no, he was good. He just missed the shot, that's all. So a huge break here for Glen McAuley. Could have have been downhill to 1. He's got a chance here to be able to tie things up instead. And now the 6 ball's opened up, so he doesn't have to worry about that no more. It's all about positional play. This was kind of risky. He's going to be shooting over the ball, and he's got no choice but to take on the 6 ball here. That's going to work out great. You can just keep this simple. Half a tip lefts, full tops. Come off the top cushion, set up for the perfect shot in the side pocket. He hit that a little bit light, though. He had the right idea, just hit it light. I don't know if he can back cut this anymore. I feel like he can. And I'm not sure what I would do here if I was playing a safety in the situation. I don't think I can. The only thing I would think about is freezing to the 8 ball, but you need to make that 9 ball hit the rail after, so it's not going to work. The back cut to the side is not there. Oh, man. Unfortunate for him, he's going to scratch. That's going to give his opponent the perfect opportunity here to be able to get up on the hill. All he's got to do is make this 9 and set up for the 8 ball, which is sitting close to the pocket. Easier to calm down the nerves when you get a ball in hand. There's only a couple of balls left and there's no breakouts. So he should be okay here to be able to get on the hill. He's going to get stuck on the rail, though, and that's going to make this 8 ball a little bit more challenging. He should still be able to make it, but when you're frozen to the rail, there's always a little bit of deflection on the shot. On this one, I don't think it'll matter, but still. It's something that gets in players' heads sometimes when you don't play the perfect shape. It didn't affect him at all, though. Or maybe that was the perfect shape. 3-1. He's on the hill. Moving into our next rack, rack number 5. Glen McAuley now has no choice but to try to get into each match, into each rack, and just try to survive to get onto the hill. Survival instinct on full gear now. That is a good play also, said Jim McKenzie. Well, the only reason I was thinking about cross banking and just playing the cue ball up is because it's another ball that you have available to create a breakout if you needed to. In the end, it didn't matter because they opened up the table, and at the end, like I said, it was wide open. But at that moment, with the table layout that was there in front of him, I felt like he was on the losing end of that battle. So that's why I felt like, playing that safety and keeping that ball on the table was going to be beneficial to him. Smash and break, but no friends. Had a couple of dry breaks now. I think he made a ball on the first one. Other than that, he's had a couple of dry ones so far. Rick Albin, how you doing? Clifford Stringfellow, welcome to the stream. Mike McKinney, how you doing? Welcome back. 8 off the 9 on the side. So that was an option too, but the problem is that the angle wasn't quite there. The tangent line was going to go straight towards that horn. And the only way he could have made an adjust to go to the side pocket is if he got an edge of that ball instead of half ball like he was going to hit it. It was a possibility, though, but you needed to hit it, about half ball, quarter ball, and you needed to, jack up the cue so you can punch it, get that extra jump. As soon as that 8 ball went off that 9, it would get that extra jump on the angle that you're looking for. Taking that race to 4 off. You guys know what's a race to 4. I think little Elise just beat Yvette Capel. She's getting so much better in her game, Elise. She's going to be a promising top player in Manitoba in no time. I feel like she's already contending. I mean, she just beat Yvette Capel. That's tough to do.
Elise, did you just win your match? For you, it's huge.
Yeah, she just won her match against Yvette Capel. That's such a massive win. You don't understand. I mean, you do understand if you grew up playing pool and competing and stuff, you know. But when you're young and you're just growing into the game, every time that you overcome an opponent that's a big opponent, it's a special feeling, right? It's like conquering the world. Each time you beat one of those players, like you conquer the world just a little bit more, you know. And good for her. That's going to be a good feeling. Confidence moving into the next match too, because she knows that, you know, that opponent was an opponent that could have easily won this tournament. I'm excited for her, man. She's one of the juniors that I pay attention to all the time because she's been up and coming for a while now. And she's got a lot of promise to her play. She's got a good mentality, you know. It seemed like for a little bit there she was kind of pulling away from the game, you know, maybe losing a little bit of interest, but now she's back in it, and it's good to see. It's so sad when you see these great players that have potential to become amazing players in the future just walk away from the game for whatever reason it may be. And she's getting some results at the table, and she's beating players that she's not supposed to beat. So, you know, that's going to give her some motivation to keep going. Well, what can you do here? Do you try to force the breakout? I feel like you could take that 13 ball here and just go for the breakout. I mean, maybe you're thinking that 5 ball is kind of screwed, so you got an advantage, but technically so is the 7 ball. And if you break out the 11 ball, you're going to be better off than if you don't right now, because, you know, you're not going to have many options to break it out afterwards once you remove this 10 ball. But he had the perfect angle on the 13 ball, I felt. And now you can take this 13 ball, but I'm not sure it's going to benefit him to do so. 9 ball, if it's available, would be a good shot to take on, because then that opens up the 12 ball a little bit more. Yeah, good shot. Okay, now he's got a better angle here on this 13 ball, but we'll see. He's not looking at it right now. He's looking at everything else on the table. Take a little walk around, Todd. Yeah, take it. See, you're not sure. That's your instincts right there. Survival instinct. Your body's telling you, hey, listen, man, don't just go for the shot. Walk around, take a look. And he was about to go down and just shoot, but he listened to his instincts, decides to walk around. Now he's taking a look at the table and trying to figure things out. That's the right process right there. That's listening to your instincts. Survival mode, like I said. Even though he's in the lead, he's in survival mode because he's in a tournament, and every win that he gets him closer to the top prize. No, he's going to leave it there. I'm really curious as to why he didn't break out that third or that 11 ball twice. He had 2 angles to break it out. I just don't see the benefit of leaving it there. Now that 7 ball's open, so if you break this out at the wrong time, you're going to sell out the table. So earlier he had more opportunities to be able to break it out where he was in a safe spot. But who knows? Maybe he's right. Maybe this holding on to this 5 ball is going to be the difference here in this rack. Or maybe he's thinking, I'm going to just do a crazy bank and I'll be out. I don't know. But as he's winding down to the last 3 balls on the table plus the 8 ball, it's looking a little bit tougher and tougher for him to be able to get the finish here. There is the shot here once again for the side pocket, but he had the shot twice already and he gave him up both times. This time he's going to take it on. Now he needs to get a shot on this 11 ball. He missed the shot, so that's okay. It worked out good. And he's going to tie up the 6, so bonus. Tied up the 12 ball too, though, so that means he's got to earn his opportunity whenever he gets to the table again, if he does. What's up, Eddie Cox? How you doing? Patrick Hunting Hawk, welcome to the stream. Wayne Burba says, why is he trying to get out with no breakout? Yeah, that's what I mean. So I think he just didn't recognize it. I don't think he's seen the opportunity, or maybe he felt like he wasn't going to get the best side of that breakout, so that's why he decided not to go for it. But there was 3 times where he had the opportunity to be able to get the breakout. And the third time was probably the wrong one, but I feel like the first time was also the wrong one. The second one was probably the best angle that he had, and he didn't see it. Or maybe he did, he just felt like the breakout wasn't there. Maybe a bank safe here, just banking that 12 ball wherever he can, just trying to get that cue ball to take place where the 12 ball is. And calling a ref. This one will require a phone backup. I like this. I use the slow motion a lot for making these kind of calls. And just so you guys know, I don't rely on the slow motion video for the answer on whether or not the shot was good. I do the slow motion, but I keep my eyes on the shot the whole time, like a ref would, right? And I'm always looking at the foul ball to make sure that the foul ball doesn't move first. If it does, then usually I know. I feel like that was a good hit, but the referee is going to review it. Tyrone Desjardins is the ref right now. Figure I'll throw it out there in case if he makes a bad call, you guys can find him. He's a big boy, though, so watch out. Be warned. It looks friendly, man, but I'm telling you, so do bears. How's it going?
Good.
Good to see you, man. Are you playing in the singles? No? Just the teams? Oh, hockey.
I'm going to be covering some hockey too. I just don't know which ones. I've never done it before either, so it's gonna be a new adventure for me.
When are you going to do that?
I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to figure out the schedule.
Yeah.
Because I set up for different things, so I'm not sure which ones I'm streaming. Right? It's, for my work, like if they don't tell me specifically, then I got to do everything for everything, right? And then wait for them to tell me yes, yes, no, we're not using these, and it's like, oh my god, that was 5 days of work, right? That's the way it goes. So you're playing just hockey, no pool this time. There's lots of money in the hockey, though, right?
Yeah.
Lots of teams playing in it too.
What are you covering? The senior?
I don't know. That's what I need to figure out.
Sandy Bay's playing tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Senior.
I need to find balance between here and there, right? So, but they're giving me the schedule. What I said to them is that, put me in one area for a period of time, then put me in another area for a period of time. Instead of go here and then go back there and then go back there.
Because you got to set up, right?
That's right, set up, tear down, and it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring an assistant, so trying to cut down costs, I just came by myself. But I did some decent work for it. The scoreboard looks nice, the setup is nice.
So it's not really a new experience. You did it before?
No, I've never done it before. Brand new, man.
It will be a new
But I love hockey. I watch hockey all the time, right? So I just don't know if I can do the voice commentary stuff, right? But as far as streaming and the scores, I can do that.
You'll be able to do it.
And if I was to specialize in it, I would be just as good as the guys at TSN eventually, because I would figure it out. I would figure out how to make everything look just like the TV. I'm that kind of guy. I'm really nutty like that.
You remember Danny Gallivan?
No.
He used to cover the Montreal team.
Oh, okay.
He used to really use high language.
Well, what I was thinking is they're probably going to have guys that do radio broadcasting or something.
Yeah.
I was going to put a mic to them and just get them to do the commentary while I did it. I don't know, though. I haven't met anybody, so I have no idea. It's either that or I got to find some really passionate hockey players to just come on a mic and talk.
What's his name? Does Tyrone?
Oh, yeah?
Tyrone, that he used, when he went to that Red Sacraments,
Yeah?
he did a game online.
Oh, yeah?
Over there, yeah.
Well, I'm going to give him a job then.
Should I ask him?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna ask him. Talk to him. The only thing is if his team is playing and he's not gonna want to go there first. Right?
He's good right now.
Yeah, I know.
Chris is probably going to beat him.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. Yeah.
I
won't say it, but he probably heard it on the mic anyway.
Sorry, I was just talking here. All right, so it looks like Todd won that game. They're calling another matchup, so I'm going to wait to find out. Tyrone Desjardins, I think, is playing against Chris. I'm not sure, Chris, who. We'll put Tyrone here on the left. He's got like a long name. And it gets longer on his Facebook page as he's got 2 extra names on there. I need 2 scoreboards just to put his name in there. Yeah, excuse me, I got the hiccups. I'm a little nervous about the hockey coverage. I'm being honest, and I can share that with you guys because you guys are pool players. You guys know that I do fairly good at my work, and I'm very professional at it. So when I'm nervous, that usually tells you that I'm facing a pretty decent challenge. It's nice to see all these people wearing jam-up shirts around here. It's kind of nice, I think pool players look sharper when they're wearing their jam-up. All right, so we're going to get this match going. I got to get the second opponent, who it is that he's playing against, and they're just getting ready. I think they might take a couple of warm-ups, or they might go straight to the match, but I'm right here, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm just trying to get the information. All right, so he's playing against Chris Davis.
Chris Showstopper Davis, they call him.
Chris Davis, the showstopper, they call him. All right, so the scoreboard has been updated, and we're about to get in our matchup here. Tyrone Desjardins looks like he's going to be breaking first in rack number 1.
Where do these guys play? A division or B division? Is it A or B?
B division.
B. Okay, it said B division. Race to 4. Yeah.
Well, I seen that he won at Swan Lake, so maybe I thought they bumped him up by now, right?
All right, here we go. This guy's got me laughing here. Rack number 1, Tyrone Desjardins to break. It is a race to 4. And we'll put that up for you guys right now. Race to 4, just so you know. It is a B division matchup. Eric Hoffman, how you doing? Sherman Joseph, welcome to the stream. Kevin Plowman, welcome. Roy Musso, how you doing? Jennifer Prater, is that how you say your last name? Welcome to the stream. Shannon Bird, how you doing? Anthony Dallas says, thanks for these. You're very welcome, man. Very welcome. I do my best to try to, share the game with my knowledge, and sometimes I'm wrong, but who isn't? I don't think I've ever seen a commentator be 100% right yet. There's going to be somebody there eventually, but it's not me. There's always one that rises in the crowd. This guy never makes a mistake. That's not me. But I know my pool, man. Off the rail and in. Oh no, he's going to go straight into it. That still worked out. He opened it up. A bit more of a challenging shot here, though. I feel like he's only got that 15 ball left. Unless he wants to play the combination, 12 to the 13. Back cut on the 11 ball's available too, but I'm not sure you're comfortable with that one. I'm not sure you're comfortable with the 15 ball either, because the 15 ball doesn't really benefit you for shape. Yeah, combination might be better as far as being able to continue to play on the table, but it is definitely a more challenging shot, especially with the distance between the cue ball and the first object ball. Oh, he went in straight. I thought he was playing the combination. It looked like he called the combo there, but I was wrong. I'm on a roll, man. Yeah, good choice there to walk around. You always walk around and take a look at your options, It's just better pool, man. I know a lot of people like to be instinctive, and maybe that works a lot of the times, but when it doesn't work, it's because it doesn't work. You got to walk around. You got to figure out where you want the cue ball to go. You need to figure out, how you're going to approach the next shot to get onto the next shot after that. Without information like that, you can't really get the finish or the results you're looking for. So walking around helps. All right, the showstopper's coming up. A lot of different options here. This table is fairly open. He just has to control the cue ball more or less. Opening shots, they're abundant. The choice is his, whatever he wants to take on. I like starting off with a 6 ball myself, like he was thinking about. I just can't see any other way to start here. Oh, on the challenge bracket, yes, thank you. Oh, it's already pinned, never mind. Mike McKinney says, see you tomorrow, Rod. Right on, man. Look forward to seeing you. Are you playing with Jonathan this year? It's kind of nice having him, going around and playing with you in tournaments and stuff. And it's even nicer that he's a good player. My mom just messaged me to be careful on the road. Like, I'm already done that. I'm on the next part of my day. It was a crazy drive here, though. I mean, the white walls of snow throughout the whole highway pretty much for the first hour. A couple of turns where I had to kind of like slow down as much as I could because I couldn't figure out where the road was anymore, but I got here. I'm okay, Mom. Oh, this went from a wide open table to a bit of a challenging table now. It's got to go up and down. Needs to get on the left side of this 2 ball to get back up for the 1. He wouldn't have got there. He would have been in a bad spot, but it won't matter because he came up short on the shot, and Tyrone Desjardins will get a turn. His second turn at the table. First turn was off the break. I'm trying to convince this guy to be my hockey announcer. He's thinking about it. I think I can do it. I just don't, I'd rather have somebody else get embarrassed on the mic. I guess that's how it was when I started pool too, though, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't really feel like it was. I gone back to watch some of my original streams when I first started doing this, and my commentary was kind of the same back then too. I don't think my style has changed a whole lot. I've always tried to be more natural about my style. I let myself come out when I'm on the stream. Eight in the corner is good. He takes the first game, 1-0. I'm kind of hoping that, you know, I cover the 3-on-3 basketball because I like basketball too. And it's 3-on-3, which is only 21 points, so there's no time clock involved. Plays a little bit more direct, right? There's no craziness like in hockey, right? Hockey can be pretty intense, man. If I was to do just voice commentary for hockey, I'd probably charge an arm and a leg for it. I listen to those guys. I watch the Jets play all the time. And, I mean, given this is professional level commentary, too, so, you know, it's a little bit more extreme. But, I don't know. When I think about the work that I do, I want to be like them, right? So that's what I imagine when I get overwhelmed with the thought of doing it is, oh, my God, I'm going to be like them. I don't know if I'm as dramatic as they are. Smash and break, makes the ball off the break, and he's going to have an opportunity to start up. Not a great one, though, but he's got a 3-ball available that goes straight to the corner. Would like to have some options to pick solids or stripes, but he's going to be forced to take low ball here. We got Yvette Capo in the building. Cameo Capo in the building. Hader Capo in the building.
Men's A division, table 3, Johnny Baptiste, Jason
Lisa McNabb in the building as well. Charisse McKay. We got lots of good players in the building traveling to play. Well, Charisse is from here, but it's nice to see her come out. She doesn't play in tournaments all the time, so it's nice to see her playing. I was hoping to get something opened up, but nothing worked out on that one other than the shot. It's a tough table to work out. I feel like this is the kind of table where you got to make like 1 or 2 safety shots to be able to figure out the rack. I'll be impressed if he can run this out off the break, man, because it's a tough, challenging table. And there are players out there that can do it. I mean, all it takes is one really good shot, and next thing you know, the table's wide open. Trying to make that 1 off the 15, comes up short on the shot. Does take over the pocket, though, and he hasn't left Tyrone a whole lot of promise. He might be able to shoot that 14 or 10 that's sitting next to the 5. Other than that, you're just trying to take over the pocket, I guess. Make the 11 ball where that 1 ball is. Oh, I guess you wouldn't make it. You would just take over the pocket, like I was saying. If I sound a little mellow, man, it's been a long week. A lot of work and driving. Not a whole lot of sleep, but I had 6 hours, so I guess I'm more than usual, but starting to feel it, man. He's going for a back cut here. Interesting. Ooh, he overcut it. He almost got lucky on a kick combo there. He would have been in a tough jam from that point, you know, but he would have liked to have had another opportunity to stay at the table. So Chris Davis at the table now. He's got a bit of a puzzle still. Four ball only has 1 pocket, and the 6 ball is blocking part of it. I guess it goes around, yeah, it does go through. That's what he's shaping up for next, is trying to get onto that. floor ball, and he's going to get on it, but I think he's kissed up to it. It looks like it still goes to the corner, though. But he's like right up against it. I took off my sweater, came down here without my sweater because I figured it was going to be nice enough. You know, now I feel like I should have brought my sweater. We're like close to the hockey rink, so it's a little chilly now. Good shot. He was tight on that one, but he made it. And he's got a decent angle. I don't know if he can break this right open, but it looks like he might be able to grace that 5 ball off this angle on the 6. It'd be better if he can get right into that 5, then he can open up the table completely. But if not, he's just looking to grace it and maybe get a follow-up shot either on the 5 or the 2. Went for the breakout and missed the shot because of it. Tyrone will get a chance here now to be able to get a 2-game lead. This table is not easy though, so he's going to more than likely end up giving his opponent Chris another turn of this rack. Each player has their own mentality when they play on the table. For me, in a table like this, I'd be playing precautiously. Yeah, that's smart. Just safety. And see, we're talking about that a little bit earlier, how you play a safety, but you play it in a way where it's going to kind of force your opponent's hand to open up the table for you, and that's what he's done here. He's played a safety where his opponent, if he wants to kick that 6 ball, he has to go off the rail to kick it, which is not going to really do a whole lot for him. And if he tries to play that 5 ball and 2, well, he's going to open up the table completely, so he doesn't really want to do that. So this is a good shot, a good leave. He's put his opponent in a thinking position where, he might come up with the wrong choice. Yeah, I just kicked the 6 ball here. Not a whole lot you can do, but you don't want to move that 5 and 2. Yeah, that's a good shot. And he's put that 6 in an area where he can maybe use it to be able to get a breakout into these 5 and 2. John Ramus, welcome to the stream. Wendy Sakata, welcome to the stream. Shane Broussard, how you doing? Aaron Hargrave. Corey Saddleback says, go live on hockey. I will be at some point. But it won't be on CUESPORTS Live. So if you guys, I think I'm going to be streaming on the Dakota Winterfest page. I need to get access to it though. If I don't get access to it, I'm going to be stuck streaming on my own personal page, which is not really going to be beneficial for the people that are wanting to tune in to watch the stream, because they'll have to find me. It just makes it a little bit easier for them to look up Dakota Winterfest and go there. So I'm hoping that it works out like that. But I believe I'm not doing any hockey until tomorrow. I could be wrong. We'll see. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you gotta have your protein. That's how I survive on my job now. I gotta bring little packages of food, otherwise I die. How do you waste your money on junk? No, I try not to. That's the hardest part. It's available. Everywhere I go, it's like burgers and fries, and I stay away from it. Yeah, because it's fast. That's right.
Thank you, Dixie. Dixie says, I find your voice really relaxing. A lot of commentators are quite irritating. I guess they can be. I never really assess my voice any other way other than I am what I am, I guess, right? Popeye style. You only get that if you go back to like the 70s and 80s, and you know that reference from Popeye. But I've heard other people say that, right? I've even heard like some people say, "Hey, you know, I listen to your voice and it soothes me and it makes me fall asleep." I don't think that's a good thing, but hey, whatever works, man. Terry Bolio, welcome to the stream. Richard Daigle says, "Rod, are you live on YouTube?" I should be. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm still live on YouTube. Oh, and I got lots of comments here, man. Sorry, guys, I'm neglecting everyone. Nate Russell Sr. says, "I have viewed various events that you've shared. I enjoy the amount of pool that your channel provides. Thank you very much for taking the time to do so." You're very welcome, Nate Russell. I got to answer there. And it's always on caps because I keep mine on caps, so I apologize, but it sounds like I'm really expressing my thank you here.
Men's B division, Leo Arias and Enrico Table 5.
It was a long post, but you know, I didn't look at you guys for like 20 minutes, so the least I can do is leave a comment on there. Arnie, how you doing? Says, "Hi, Rod, love your streams from Florida." Hi, Arnie. It makes it easier just to go with caps, you know. But I feel like I'm yelling at people when I do the caps. I swear I'm not trying to yell at you. You would know if I was, though. I got a pretty loud voice when it comes to that, too. Leonard 67, Leonard Skinner fan. Halil Kanat Silik says, "Hey man, what's up? How you doing?" Hello. Welcome to the stream, man. Makes the 8, 2-0. Rick and Darlene Shoemaker say, "Welcome to Brandon, Rod." It's Rick. Hi, Rick. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I've been through Brandon many times. I've never been in Brandon. Like, I haven't traveled around in Brandon to see how the whole place kind of is, but I've driven through, right? Because I drive a lot for my other work that I do. So when somebody said, like, "Hey, you know, we're just on the 18th and wherever it was," I was like, "Yeah, well, you know, I have no idea where that is, but I'll find it." Never been to Brandon, right? But I like the when you go down First Avenue and you come over the hill and you go down and then you go up again. I love that view. I love the view there. And then when I came down 18th today to make my way to the Canada Ends, I love that view too. I don't know what it is about, you know, drop down hill view. It's just I appreciate it. It reminds me like when I first went to Calgary. And you come into the downtown area and you go up the hill and you go down and you see all of downtown Calgary. It's like that. I'm one of those, you know, scenery guys. I love scenery, right? Don't get enough of it though. Growing up, I used to be out there all the time, but now I just work all the time. Well, Chris has to work things out here. He's got a nice little opportunity on this table. He's got to watch out not to move anything because everything is perfect the way it is right now. He's got to make right choices. So here I would take that 12, then the 14, then the 9. That's the way I would play this pattern off this left side. You could go, you know, in 12, draw over for the 9, then the 14, but I don't think that will work as well. You might get stubborn about leaving that 14 ball there because you think it's a finish ball for the 8 ball, but it doesn't really matter. The 8 ball's in a good spot. Sometimes you got to leave a ball for the perfect finish, and every now and then you'll have an open table like this where it doesn't really matter. So you just use the balls around you to be able to make the pattern a little bit easier on yourself, and then the 8 ball will just work out. So now he's got to be careful on his choice here. I mean, I think he's got no choice but to go for the 9 anyway. He's going to be careful here, though, you know, if he ends up coming off the cushion into that 4 ball, it's going to tie him up for everything. He needs to get ahead of the 6 ball, which from this angle looks like it's going to be a tight squeeze, but he should be able to get just past the 6 ball off the side cushion. The worst thing that can happen to him is to run into that 6 ball, but he should be avoiding it completely. Yeah, that was perfect. So now that he's gotten that out of the way, that allows him to be able to deal with his 15 ball, and then he can kind of set up for the finisher. We'll take a look with him. All right, so he's considering maybe that 13 to the side. It's a follow-up shot. That might work. I feel like it's a tight squeeze. I'm not sure if it actually goes. The side view didn't really tell me a whole lot. If you're not good with it, though, you know, you can just make this 13 ball to the top right corner right now, create a different angle on the 15 to be able to draw off the cushion and get above this 11 to make the 11 in the same pocket as the 15. I don't mind that either. Or you can just play this 13 ball up. Because it's a valley table, you can cheat the pockets a little bit, right? So you can play a 13 ball up, shape up for the 11 ball, cheat the 11 off the pocket, off the side cushion a little bit, and then take the 15 for the finish. A couple of different options. So he's kind of stuck between both, and he kind of stuck with this one. Usually when players do this kind of stuff, they miss. So they have to always try to find a reset. Not on a short shot, but on the long shot with the 13, that could have been a miss. And the only reason why is because, you know, not just any player, but most players that do that will do the same thing, right? They go down, look at a shot to the corner, then they stay down, look at the shot to the other corner, and then they'll stay down and then go to the other one, then stay down, go to the next one, then they just shoot. So usually by then your body's moved around so much that your starting point for the delivery on the shot isn't accurate. And that's when you're going to have those little, you know, moments where you come up short or a little bit of body movement on the shot. Looks like he's worked it out here, though. He's got the 13 ball to the corner. A nice tangent line to take him up towards that 8 ball. He's just got to watch the pace. But he needs a little bit of pace to get up there. I thought he would have tried to, you know, pace that cue ball to the left side of that 8 ball and try to make that 8 ball in the top right corner. But he tried to play through, I guess, just trying to keep the cue ball simple. And he's ended up in a weird spot here for the 8 ball. I feel like the cut to the side is still available, but it's definitely an extreme cut. Though I think I like that better than cutting it to the bottom right corner, which is what he's looking at right now. Bigger pocket to the bottom right corner, though. But the shot, I think, is easier to the side. This is to get on the scoreboard. It's got angle, it's got the cheat, and it's going to go in. Nice little shot on that one. He's on the board, 2-1. This was a bit of a back cut, you know, and he had to travel, but he had the right pace, he had the cheat angle on it, hits off the diamond perfectly in the pocket. Zal Takan Williams, welcome to the stream. Robert Sherrill, welcome to the stream. Or Sherrill, welcome to the stream. Dixie Pinchback says, LOL, if I watched in bed, I might lull me to sleep, but I doubt it. Yeah, you know, I wasn't sure if I felt like that was a compliment when I was told that, but at the same time, I felt like it's a compliment, right? Like, well, my voice is enjoyable, I guess. Yeah. Two reasons why a person falls asleep. Either, you know, the voice was enjoyable or it was really bad commentary, really bad streaming, and, you know, you just passed out because you were bored out of your mind. So thankfully, it's because of the voice. Gotta see the positive in everything they say, and I do my best. I gotta fix this coloring on that. I'm gonna leave this on here for a second. I gotta fix it. I feel like it's a little too saturated, and this is the natural picture from the camera. Let's see, simplify things. He's wearing an orange shirt, so it should have some color to it, but not as much as it did. All right, that's better. I'm going to have to do all this stuff a little later again when I set up my stream again. Opens up with a combination. On an open table, you can combo a solid into a stripe, or a stripe into a solid, or an 8-ball into a solid or stripe. Those are all the possibilities on an open table. So now that he's claimed, I believe he claimed the stripes, right? So now that he's claimed the stripes, you know, he's got no choice but to take the stripes, and he can no longer combo a solid into a stripe or the 8-ball into a stripe. That would be considered a foul. Just in case if you're wondering about the rules. And most of us that play VNEA rules are very familiar with them, but some people, especially the viewers from the States, you know, they may be more familiarized with APA rule or BCA rules. It's not too bad of a setup here. He just has to set up for this, not the 9, but the 14 ball next to be able to go up table for his last stripe that's sitting against that 5. That's what he's doing here. I mean, he can kind of almost stick this to the rail, but he doesn't want to stick it to the rail. He just wants to go up table and just come off the top rail just slightly. You got to be careful on the judgment. Make sure that you don't try to stick to the rail, because if you do, you're going to get hooked. You're not going to want the result that you're going to get. Reaching over here. It's going to pace this up a little bit too much. I'm not sure what he's going to do here, though. I'm surprised he hit that with so much pace. I thought he was going to hit that, you know, nice and controlled to get up the table. Yeah, I'm not sure what you can do here. I don't think you can fine cut this to the top right corner anymore. Well, he's going to come up short on the shot and turn the table over to Tyrone. And he'll have a chance to get on the hill first. A little bit of work on this table still, and the opening shot is going to be somewhat of a challenge here also. Although I feel like maybe that 3 goes past his 1 and 14, no problem. If it does, then that's the opening shot for him for sure. If it doesn't, he's going to be forced to take on that 2-ball. I don't mind taking on that 2-ball to start here, just because, you know, he can shape up for the 1 from there and on the 1, you shape up for the 6, and so on. He's going to play safety. That's smart, you know. Why take a chance if you don't have to? I'm never going to knock down a player for them, you know, playing smart and playing safe. That's what you're supposed to do. And, you know, I think we get too hard on people that play that kind of style of play. But reality is if you don't want a tournament, you're going to have to play a couple of safeties along the way. You have to make those decisions at the right time, you know, because if you don't, you'll regret it in the long run. I know players, though, that will never, ever play a safety in their entire lives, man. It's just not in them. They're not programmed that way. Oh, I think he was calling the corner, but that was a really good attempt to go to the side, if that's the way he was calling it. But I think he was calling the corner, man. And now because he's opened that up, he's got no choice here but to just wait it out to see whether or not Tyrone will finish on this turn. I can't see any troubles here anymore, so he should be able to get the finish on this one, but I've said it before, and I've watched players get into trouble and not finish the table, so anything can happen. But he's definitely in control here. Samuel Clow says, is this a tournament that happens every year, and can anyone play in it? Samuel, yes, anybody can play in it. It is every year. This is my first time coming out here, but they do have it every year, and I believe it's at the same weekend every year, or at the same month for sure, anyways, every year. You can add me on Facebook, Samuel, if you want to, and then my name is Rod Arriagada. You'll see me there, but you can add me on Facebook if you want to, and then when these guys post about their event, I'll post it on my page, and then you guys will have a chance to see when the next one comes up next year. It's just a big square, my brother. What is a big square, Aaron Campbell? I got to go back in time to remember that conversation, man. My wife always says the same thing, too. Like, you got to keep up with the comments because, you talk about something that happened like an hour before. Like, I know, I'm sorry. She gets frustrated over it, too. So I know some of you guys get frustrated on it. Year or two I've been watching you, my brother. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Aaron Campbell, you know. Honestly, the journey, what I do, it's kind of meaningless without you guys, without the players, without the viewers, you know. I just be a guy talking crazy on a microphone. You guys give me a purpose to talk crazy. But I appreciate that, especially the ones that have been around for a couple of years watching the streams and supporting my work. You guys are amazing for doing so, man. Oh, it would have been worse if he scratched, but you know he's going to feel that one a little bit. Chris with a chance to be able to tie things up now, just 2 balls away from doing so. Weird angle on this 14 ball, though. I think most people will kind of lean towards the side pocket here, but I actually like going to the corner. Excuse me. I need to get some water here. I have some water. I just need to have a drink of it. I just want to show you guys if I have enough time to do it. So you hit this ball here. You take this ball here, right? From there, because you're putting a draw, your cue ball's going to come up here, and then come up here, which will give you a shot on the 8 ball. But it's a little bit harder of a shot. And the reason why you have that angle that goes up table like that is because you have to hit this with draw. You have to hit this with bottom left in order for you to be able to make it. If he goes side pocket, you might run into that 6 ball. Well, never mind. He's just going to bank it in there. He's just going to bank it in there and make it. What a shot that was. See, and that's why I want to learn how to bank, man, because honestly, the bank is like a lifesaver. It's like a second chance, you know. You can screw up the table, and then you get a bank, and it's like, boom, reset. You're good to go again. Let's take a look at this shot. I never even considered the bank, you know, and he just hit it, like, spot on. He just knew exactly what was going on there. Me, I was blind as a bat. A really nice bank. Ties up the match at 2. Terry Bird, how you doing? Dina Rainey, welcome to the stream. Jordan Campbell, Parker West. Aaron Campbell says, this is the Aboriginal Stanley Cup, my guys. Yeah, you're right. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I hear about Winterfest every year. People talk about how great Winterfest is, man. And this is my first time being out here. I'm hoping that I get a chance to kind of enjoy more of it, right? Not just the pool and the streaming side of things, but to actually go out there and embrace the event. Oh, safety break on that one, looks like, or maybe something went in. No, nothing went in. Not a lot of opportunity there either. Maybe a stripe. Looks like you can maybe make the solids too, but you're shooting over the ball in the 9 ball, which is really, really uncomfortable. Especially if you're lefty, which I think he is. Yeah, stripes is what he's going with, and I don't mind that, actually. It looks pretty good. This table's pretty open for that. The only bad thing there for him is that, you know, he's ended up in a bad spot because he's against the rail for this 9 ball. But, I mean, that 8 ball needs to be opened up anyway, so maybe you just take a stab at opening it up from here. Doesn't really have to be opened up, though, because it looks like the 8 ball kind of goes to the side if you get perfect shape on it. Plus, there's a nice clutch lock on that, too. But I don't know. Maybe you just break it out here. If the angle works for you anyway. Yeah, so he just opened it up. Now, there I was thinking that the result would have been that he ended up having a shot on the 14 ball, but that's not the case. However, he still, or not the 14, yeah, the 14. However, he still has a shot on the 10 and I believe the 12. Now, I would actually take the 10 ball here and take that cue ball up table to try to get shape on that 14 or to run into that 8 ball so I can get onto the 11 ball. I feel like that's a little bit more beneficial than taking that 12 ball, which is what he was looking at originally. Just the angle, the tangent line takes you straight up towards where those 3 stripes are, so it just makes sense to take this. Needs to get over for the 14 if he doesn't get to the 11 ball. He's got there. That was a good choice. And that's how pool is, you know, when you make the right choices, everything works out because you're making the right choices. It's hard to recognize all those right choices when you're at the table, though, right? There's so much going on in our minds as players, and sometimes we get caught up too much in the moment and don't see what's going on around us at the table. And for the most part, if you're one of those players that notices everything at the table and you make the right choices, you're going to get the right results. When you're making the wrong choices, that's when you're, you know, getting into positions where you got to do a jump shot or a bank or a kick. When you're in those kind of situations and it's on your own shape, that is why. If it's your opponent that left you like that, well, you know, that's just the way it rolls, I guess. I thought he would have got onto that 11 ball there, or at least try to shape up for the 15 ball. And this spot where he's at now, he's kind of put himself in a really bad spot here. He's got to stroke this with some power to get up table here, and he needs a little bit of luck to land something to follow up on. He's putting some juice on it. Is he going to get the luck? No, he's not, but he got a chance here. I mean, he's got an opportunity here for billiard combination, or some people will call it a cannon combination. I don't know if I really go for that either, man. I'm starting to play, you know, a little loose on this table right now, and I think that's because I'm not in the tournament. But, you know, I've been a couple of times already. I looked at a shot and said, well, you know, you could go for this. It's a crazier shot that I would never do myself, but, you know, it's there. You're welcome. Samuel says, thanks for the info. You're very welcome, man. What's up, Kelsey McLean? Hey, Kelsey, man, I don't know if you know this. I should have contacted you, but, you know, I did the draw, and I figured you maybe were watching at the time. But you won a $25 gift certificate for Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia in Winnipeg. Trevor Hrychuk is the one that has them for you, so you were drawn for at the Manitoba Masters. I'll try to remember to contact you on Monday just in case, but I'm assuming that maybe Trevor might have got a hold of each person. It was Curtis Fedorowicz and Kelsey McLean that won the 2 certificates. Oh, he leaves the 7-ball over the pocket. Not a bad situation to be in, though, if you got a miss. Your opponent still has a lot of work to do at the table. There's no shot on the 11 ball. Well, I guess if you want to reverse bank this to the side pocket, that's about the only option here. But even if he was to make that, there's no guarantees he's going to get a finish. Though there is a window between that 15 and 8. So there's always a small window of opportunity. Right? And pool is one of those weird things, right, where sometimes the 1% is what happens.
Men's A Division B side, table 4, Tyler Lacotte, Ron Stewart. Oh, Ray Stewart. Hey, Ray, sorry.
Yeah, he tried that reverse cut or reverse bank into that corner. It was going to be tough to do. He had to put some extreme cut and an extreme spin on it just to be able to compensate for the back cut angle that he didn't have. Key shot here is to get up for the 3-ball, or at least be able to set up for the 3-ball after the next shot, which right now he's right there. Not good. Not what he wanted. You'll have to play a safety here. Maybe a 2-way safety shot, so you play the combination, the 3 into the 4, and then draw back into that 15 ball with a cue ball. You would push that 15 ball towards that 5 ball and, make it a little bit more difficult for your opponent. The only thing is you got to watch out that you don't end up by accident, leaving that 15 wired with that 5, because then your opponent could just do a bank combination and you didn't get anywhere out of it. He's got to make a decision here to play the safety or play the shot. He's kind of stuck in between both. Yeah, he played the safety. That was a better shot, the smarter shot to make. This is a good shot. Banging is fun is all math, says Dixie. You know what? And you're so true about that. I've been learning a little bit more about banks, and the more I learn about banks, the more I realize that it just becomes mathematical equations. You find the middle point, and you're usually going to get the result. And if you're off the middle point, that's where the physics part comes in, because that's when you adjust with your spins or whatever, depending on the shot that you have. But for the most part, banks are pretty standard. They're just the right measurement. Hit the spot in the right measurement and you're going to get the result every time. I know it sounds so easy and it's not, but I'm seeing that it can be once you have that knowledge. Jen Malcolm, Jay's Patagan, sorry. I should know better. Patagan. I'll say it again because that's the right way to say it. Ferris Holmes, Bill Friesian, welcome to the stream. Frank Chavez, how you doing? Sharon Patagan, welcome to the stream. Devin Morley, welcome to the stream. One of my favorites, Loretta Mercurdy. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. There's the break. Oh, we just missed it. And as luck would have it, it puts him in the tougher spot. Yeah, so here you're supposed to call safety. Now you have 2 options. You can just try to jump safety here on the 2-ball, or you can just try to run into this 3-ball slightly. But if you run to the 3-ball, you got to just roll up on it.
Then B Division, B side, Table 6, Justin.
He's lucky that he wedged up against that 8 ball, because if he didn't, he gave him that 5. Or that 13, I mean. But he wedged him right against it, and this is a really great result. That was a really smart safety play there. Good attempt. And now he should be playing one more safety, unless he can get behind that 3 ball somehow. You gotta be careful here on this choice too. You know, you're gonna give your opponent a shot at the table here, because you're not gonna make anything here. You're just playing a safety. I think he's trying to do a roll-up where he takes over that pocket a little bit. Oh, that was the 5. I thought that was a 13 ball. So he played the combo there. The whole time I thought that was a 13 ball. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought originally when Chris played that shot towards that side that the 13 ball was there, not the 5. See, when you're looking at this shot, like, I know what he's looking at. He's looking at his angle, trying to figure out what to do. You make the shot here, you get that cue ball to come off from here, and back here. Or you can play it through with some spins, just natural spins. So, oops, I gotta fix this again. I won't be able to do it because he's gonna shoot the shots. But you can just play this through with natural spin. You just drew it off the cushion too. That works okay. 8 ball so close to the pocket that you just want to get a shot at it anyway. Eight is good. He's on the hill. 3-2. Chris Davis back against the wall, is breaking next, and rack number 6 needs to win this game just to get it going to the last rack. Anything less than that, it will be game over for him. Check up on our YouTube peeps. Jim Allen says, nice shot, watching from the UK. People from all over the place. How you doing, Jim? By the way, YouTubers, you should know that all my comments are going to be like caps, because I keep it on caps when I'm working. Nate Russell Sr. says, 8 ball, you the man. Oh, smashed the rack. Looks like he made a ball. He's got a decent break here. Still going to be a little bit of work, though, whether you take solids or strikes, but I think it all depends on the starting point. One good shot could open up the stripes, and another shot could open up the solids, so this really just comes down to a choice for him. It looks like it's easier for him to take over the low ball than it is the high ball, but it looks like there's a little bit more benefit with the high ball as far as finding a pattern to be able to finish the table. The problem with going with the strikes from here is that if he makes that 13, if he doesn't make it clean, and then bumps that 3 ball over, he's going to tie up that pocket a little bit more. Oh, he made it clean, so he's okay. 2 stripes are tied up by that 3 ball now, though. This is a real challenge in this one. No real follow-up shot. I feel like maybe a cut to the side or a cut to the corner on the 11 ball is the only option he's got. Or maybe a bank. You know, he likes his bank, so maybe a bank can help him out here on this one. He's going to call the bank on the 9. You'll just miss it. Cue ball will kiss off the 11 ball and come down to the pocket, but it will not scratch. Tyrone back at the table, a chance to close out the match, but you know, I don't think he'll do it on this turn. It's a lot of work on this table right now. But you never know, right?
Men's A Division B side, table 1, Ben Whitford, Larry Hunter.
What a cut.
Race report.
What a cut. Let that cue ball just loose as a goose, and you know, at the end, they ended up being okay. Usually in shots like that, there's always a little room for danger where you might scratch or kiss off another ball and get into trouble. But he was able to escape all that match to find a follow-up shot, and he's got control of this table. Oh, he's moved that 8 ball into the 1, and now he's got to deal with that also. He's got the most advantage on this table, though, because everything that's tied up is tied up because of his solids. So he's got good control of this table in a sense, even though he's going to be playing a safety. Gonna go grab an extension. Oh no, somebody lost the ball. That's what it was. Came off from another table. Not the result that he wanted, but I'll have to do for now. All you can really do in that situation is just kind of defend your turn and just hope that you get another turn back at the table. Well, not necessarily hope that you get another turn at the table, but you're making sure that you get a turn at the table by playing the right shot. And he wasn't happy with the result of the shot that he just took on, but you know, he hasn't really sold out here. Though, you know, one shot could open everything up. I just don't see it, not from this angle. What is he planning here? Safety or a bank? I feel like the safety won't do a whole lot for him here, because if anything, he was thinking about maybe just popping that 5 ball in from there. But well, I made the 9. I'm not sure how that's going to help him in this puzzle, but he's decided to take it so he can get down to this area with a cue ball. Now, it looks like he might be playing the safety here now, and he could maybe possibly draw this cue ball right into that 10 or 14, whatever it is, that's sitting right next to that 1. Yeah, all he can really do here is just play safety. Weird spot to be in too, man, because, you know, he's going to give him a shot no matter what. He just has to make sure he doesn't give him a shot that will allow him to get a breakout. Uh-oh. Ball in hand is going to definitely give him a chance for a breakout. Yeah, I got to put my jacket back on, man. I took my jacket off because I was too warm, but now I'm cold. Corbin Rawat, I gonna kick you out, man. You can't come into the stream and, you know, spam it. Sorry, man. I had to remove you. But I know you have no good intents. You're just here doing what other spammers do, so you ain't got time for that, bro. You gotta go. I got rid of his comment. These spammers have been way more aggressive lately, you know? I don't know what it is, but I guess COVID must have affected them financially too. You figure they wouldn't have, right? Because, you know, more people are home to answer their calls and their emails, so they could have like made billions off people scamming them off. But apparently, you know, they waited for my stream to start doing it. Ozzy Cotton, how you doing? Autumn, Reina, welcome to the stream. Dixie says, way to go, Rod. Yeah, you know, I don't know. And I'm sure I got some of those on my YouTube channel, too. Let's see. No, we're good so far. Just some guy wants to know where we're at. So this is... oh, answer here is... Oops, I misspelt place. I apologize for that. But you know what I meant. Welcome to the stream. Just playing safe here and didn't want to give him a lot to work with. But it looks like that kiss on that one ball is going to open up the possibility of a bank corner or a cross bank. I don't think it's there, though. I feel like it's not, but, you know, I'm not much of a banker, but I feel like it's not. I feel like it's this short. I feel like for him to make it there, the 3 ball's in the way, and the 8 ball's in the way also. 8 ball's in the way of the cue ball for where he needs to hit. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not much of a banker, so for somebody that's a banker, they're probably saying, what are you talking about? That goes in all day. I don't know. I can't see it from here. Look at this. Is going to go in off the 2. Oh, no. On a diamond table, that would have been in for sure. That would have been an ouch moment in that match. Would have been like, oh, my God, I can't believe he flipped that from 2 rail bank. But luckily for him, that ball stopped just short of the pocket. So Tyrone will have a chance to close out now. Everything's kind of in the open. Just needs to get control of that cue ball and not scratch or tie himself up against the 8 ball or something else, which he shouldn't. It's got a good angle here on the 2 ball. You can paste this through. You can hit this soft too if you want to. I like hitting this about medium pace, but you know, it needs to get somewhere. So if you're going to hit it with some more pace, then you got to decide to go below or above the 8 ball, which you will do when you adjust your spin. He decided to go above the 8 ball, but got a weird angle on it. And he's left himself in a... I don't know if he actually has the back cut here. But if anything, he's left himself a back cut on the 3. It feels like it can be made from there, but I don't know. Some people might take a bank in this situation. He's looking to call a safety here. That's not a bad option either, you know. He's got the tangent line that'll take him towards that 8 ball, and he just needs to hook behind that 8 ball. Yeah, like right there, that's a perfect spot. Can play this with half ball, left-hand spin to get that nice tangent line to get behind that 8 ball. Your pace is going to be between soft and medium pace. You don't want it too hard, but not too light either. Needs to get behind it. I'm not sure if he did. Can't tell from this angle either. It looks like he might have left him the shot. If not, it's a masse away or a jump shot away from being able to make it. Yeah, a little bit. That was the right shot too, man. I'm using a wireless connection here too, so if there's any lagging or anything like that, I apologize for that, but it's out of my hands. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I just seen that my signal dropped slightly on my stream. It shouldn't really have that issue too often, you know, but still, just in case if there's any lagging, you know why. Makes the 8, ties up the match at 3. He's on the hill. Hill, and we're going into the last rack. It's a race to 4. Rack number 7 coming up. Tyrone Desjardins breaking for the match. Bryce Powell, how you doing? Says, hey all, where's this? This is at Keystone Centre here in Brandon, Manitoba. Brandon's about 2 hours away from Winnipeg, 2 hours and a half away from Winnipeg, so it's somewhat close to where I'm from. And Joshua Johnson, how you doing? Earl McIver says, you're not streaming the A Division, Rod? Well, technically, I'm not. I'm just streaming, man. So the tournament directors, I told them, I said, whatever you guys want to put on the table, that's on you guys. You know, if somebody asks for somebody to be on the table, I will request that, you know, but in the end, it comes down to them whether or not they make the choice to have somebody on there or if they can accommodate that, right? Sometimes, you know, if you hold up a match because you're trying to get that specific match on a TV table, it actually delays the tournament by quite a bit. And these guys are not necessarily on a timeline, but they want to get this tournament done if possible today. The singles anyway, because tomorrow the team starts. Muggs Fool, how you doing? What a challenge, says Joshua Johnson. Yeah, these guys are having a pretty good battle so far. Taking it down to the last rack anyway. Take a look at his break. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Yeah, I gotta put this jacket on. Give me a second.
I was like, I left my sweater upstairs in the hotel room. Like, oh, it's gonna be nice down there. Yeah.
Men's B division, east side, table 8, Derek Thomas, John Huntington. Good morning.
trying to find that perfect window. It looks like he just missed it. Mug Swool wants to know, says, hey Rod, y'all on the concourse or in one of the lower rooms? I'm going to assume this is the concourse. I'm not sure 100%. But when you walk into the Canada Inns, you walk through the Keystone doors, and then you go down the ramp towards the hockey arenas. It's on the right side. As soon as you walk through that door, it's on the right side. There's a big open area here, and exit doors all around. My phone is starting to die, so I gotta charge it. It's the shot to the corner. Working this table out nicely here. I like, I don't know. I feel like you gotta take the 7 ball here just to shape up for the 1 ball next. It's kind of a weird shot though, because the angle is, not quite the angle that you're looking for. I think you make the 7 and you just pace it through with some topspin to come off the bottom cushion slightly to set up for the 1 ball next. You play it a 2-way so that way if you don't get the 1 ball, you still get the shot on the 4 ball. Oh, you try to draw over there for the 1 ball. He's going to come up short on the shot. He's going to turn the table over, but he hasn't really sold out. There isn't a lot of opportunities here for Chris to be able to capitalize, but he should have an opening shot anyway. There's a couple of choices there. I stole my kids' cheese strings today. I'm eating a cheese string right now. I try not to eat my kids' food, especially when it's like snack foods that they take for school, for lunches and stuff, right? But this morning I was like, I'm taking them. I'm taking some. I know they're not happy about it, but I am. Can't make them happy all the time. I got to be happy too, right? Myrna Flett, how you doing? Roger, Daniel, Helen, welcome to the stream. Terrain Coat or Cody, welcome to the stream. Josh Larson, how you doing? Welcome. Shane Macy, welcome to the stream, or Massey. I wonder if he can pop that 15 ball in from there. If he can, he's got this table pretty solved already. That 10 ball's about an inch off the rail, man. So as long as he can make the shot, he can easily cut that 10 to the bottom left corner after that. And if he can't get forward here for the shape, he can just draw back here off this one, slightly set up for the 14, then the 13, and then finish off with that 10 ball. He's going to shape up for the 10 on that shot. That was creative. They call him the showstopper, man. We're about to find out why. Yeah, I just roll this up a little bit. 13 ball's ideal next, but if the 9 ball's next, it's okay too. He'll miss the shot. Missed the shot. He's left a shot here for Tyrone, and well, we'll see. Looks to me like the finish line's in front of him now, but it looked like that to me earlier too, and they exchanged turns so far, so there might be another exchange yet. Though I feel like it should be over there, and we'll see. problem for him is that one ball specifically only goes to the side from the bottom side of it. So he's got to shape up for the 7 ball. Now, if you can just cut that one to the side from there and hold it for the 7 ball, that would work out too. But that 4 and 8 are so close to each other, and you got a pretty good shot on that 4 ball right now. Maybe instead of making it straight in there, just take the cue ball off the rail and then into that 4 to create the angle to come over for the 7. He's going to draw it back. He's going to let loose on this one a little bit. If he can just slow roll this in there and hold shape for the 7 ball, that'd be ideal, but I feel like he's got to play this with some pace and come back for the 7. Yeah, he did. He misses the shot, and that's going to give Chris Davis a chance at the table now. His ball is tied up too, and that 14 ball is tied up to that 1, so he's got to figure things out here yet. Now, if he can get a nice straight lineup on this 13 ball, he can follow this cue ball. I don't know, though, for sure, but I feel like maybe the 14 goes past this 1 ball to the top left corner. If it does, all he's got to do is just shape up straight for this 13 to get to the right side of the table on that 14, and then he's going to have the finish. I don't know if he's got it, though, and I don't think the side view is going to tell me. From this view, it looks like he doesn't have anything on that 14. From this view, it looks like he may be a possibility. Actually, no, when I'm looking at it, from the other view and this view put together, it feels like he doesn't have the shot at all on the 14. I like this idea, but it's risky, man. He's thinking about just trying to kiss off these balls and making this 13 to the corner. That would open up his ball and give him the finish, but if he doesn't make it, he's opening up the table for his opponent too. Bit of a risk he's taking if that's what he's thinking about doing. Or he might just play this throughout the top rail and break it out. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Trying to play it off the top rail and out. And that worked out okay. I mean, that could have been worse for sure. And he's got a shot. He still has a shot here. Unless, Tyrone can bank this 1 ball or do something with the 1 ball right now. Or if he can play, shape to get back from the 7 to the 1, then he may not get another turn. But I feel like he's still good. I feel like he still has a chance here on this one. But then again, maybe that 1 ball goes to the top right corner because it looks like it does right now. If that's the case, all he's got to do is just make the 7 ball, which he has a shot on already. Oh no, bounce out of there. Now tables have turned because Tyrone's got a bit of a mess while Chris has a pretty open table. So he's got position here, he's got control. He's got the edge in this match at the moment. Just has to calm down the nerves, that's all, and keep him under control. Steve Areno, how you doing? Says, welcome to Brandon, Rod. Thanks, man, I appreciate that. Joe Sikashayanu, welcome to the stream. Jeffrey Burnett, welcome to the stream. Aaron Starbuck, Marcelo Cervantes, bienvenido. Tracy Bernard, how you doing? My teammate.
They're playing the Predator version, race to 4 twice, and then if they tie up, they go play on another table.
3-3. They're on the hill, yeah. Oh, I didn't see what happened there, but he missed the shot. I was talking to one of the players that came up here joking around at that moment. Well, and this is, kind of weird here, man, because you either go for the bank in the win or you play a safety here and then leave your opponent a chance for the win. The only safety you got is hitting that 7 ball and getting that cue ball to bounce to the right side below it, where it would leave him a cut on the 13 or a bank. I think you have to go for the bank here. Bank the 1 for the win or bank the 7 for the win. Oh, that's going to work out interesting. I thought he would have banked it to the side. He tried banking that to the corner. I think it was more about the leave than the shot itself, though. I think that's where he was going with it. And the leave that he got wasn't the leave that he was trying to get. Chris has a nice little dry angle here to be able to get into that 10 ball, but, the cue ball might go around it. He'll run into the 10 ball. He'll miss the shot on the 13 ball. Tyrone will only have a shot on that 1, but the good thing for him is that the tangent line is going to take that cue ball off that cushion back to the right to set him up for the 7. Is he going to try to run into it? Maybe he is. No, he just kept it clean. Good shot. Short stun over shot here for the 8 ball. You can play it through and come down bottom cushion and back up too. But the stun over shot is the choice that you should be making, just like he did. Oh, you can't see it anyway, but that's the 8 ball for the win. Tyrone Desjardins will survive that match. 4-3, the final score. Chris Davis, what an effort. Looked like he was going to, lose that match fairly bad at the beginning, and then he fought back all the way, brought it down to the last game, and he almost gave himself a chance to win it too. 4-3, we got to figure out who's playing next. What do I do? What do I do? Can't change anything from there anyway. Well, I gotta change the camera view. I'm gonna go do that right now while I wait for my next match to come up. If there are no other matches, I guess I'll stop the stream, but I'm assuming there's more matches because they have 3 divisions going, lots of players on the building, so there's got to be some action coming our way, so I'll be right back. I'll put it on Larry Hunter against Ben Whitford. They're playing each other right now. This is an A division matchup, so I'll put it on their table on the side. You guys can watch it from there.
Men B Division B side, table 7, Mark, Ross, Randall, and Richard. Randall, table 7.
Kenny looks it. I'm Brian, though. Brian, yeah. Apparently, I don't know.
All right, so we do have another matchup coming up for you guys right now. That's Larry shooting. I just kind of put something in the background for you guys to shoot or to see, but my camera angle is not working for me right now. Just I can't really do too much of my remote stuff that I normally do, so I'm kind of limited. But we do have a match coming up right now. It's going to be Randall Wasakuna versus Mark, or is it Mark Ross? I think that's what it was. Sorry, I'm a little bit sidetracked here, and I got to get my charger too. So I'll set up the scoreboard for you guys here, just so you guys know that there's another match coming up. I know how to spell Mark's name, but it's Randall's name that I had a tough time remembering how to spell. I might as well sit down until I get this set up. These guys are still putting the cues together, so that's why we're still watching Larry play right now. Randall Wasakuna. And then Mark Ross. And this is a B-side match too, so it's going to be a race to 4. Larry's chopping away at that table. Easy work for him, or at least he makes it look like it's easy. And just waiting for these guys to get their cues together. As soon as they do, I'm going to switch the camera angle and let you guys enjoy this matchup that's coming up. I believe it's another B division matchup. It's a B-side matchup, so it's a race to 3. Just waiting for them to come up. I guess in the meantime, I'll check some messages. I got a few messages here. Answer my mom first, because she messaged me hours ago and I didn't get back to her. Just in case, if somebody is out there is thinking how come, this guy never gets back to me? I do it to my own family. And I mean, it's just, when I'm streaming, man. That's all there is to it. All right, so these guys are ready to get started. I'm going to change the camera angle over here real quickly, and then we'll get started too.
Take a picture of you with Kevin Smith.
That's Curtis Fedorovich right there, just coming in to jab at his buddies. All right, and that's Mark Ross at the table. Looks like he's going to get the first break. I got waters galore on me, man.
Hey, spill the coffee on that table. Yeah, Kevin won. Might be me.
Start hammering the rails.
I just said we'll spill coffee on it.
All right, Mark.
Oh, my kids.
Hey,
They one job. Well, again, if you made a ball, it gets to back. If he came up dry, or scratch or you can the re-rack rate
Table 3.
today involved Table 9. List of tables. Event Apple.
Sorry, guys. I was here the whole time. I apologize. I know it's quiet. They have music going on in the background, so I had to put my filter on to make sure that there was no music coming through. The score is tied at 1 right now. Rundell just ended up tying up the match, and Mark Ross at the table breaking. I apologize. I know, like I see that. I was I'm wondering how many people I'm losing because it's all quiet, and people want to. It's not that people tune in to watch the streams for my commentary, but the commentary helps them watch the streams, right? So I understand it kind of goes hand in hand. I apologize, guys. I'm back, but I had to put the filter on because they were gonna ding me for copyrights, and I didn't want to deal with that. And I mean, they may not even pick it up, but I just want to be careful. I didn't really care about the copyright things before because usually when they copyright you, like you can still see the footage. But what they did this last time is they removed the footage completely. And so that's not cool, man. it's like taking away. I put in 10 to 12 hours a day for streaming, and then they're gonna remove it because of a song that I have nothing to do with or control over. It kind of sucks. You know, it takes away from your livelihood in a sense. So that's why I got to be careful. I can't burn bridges like that no more with copyrights. And I think there's some sort of rule on YouTube about copyrights too. Like if you have so many copyright infringements, you get a notification or something like that. And I've been pretty good, but I got one for this last one that they removed on me. Let's see. All right, so we're cut up here. No more comments. Oh, yeah, there's one. You're welcome, just some guy. You're very welcome, man. I just seen your comment now. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't put that up there. So let me put my challenge information up, or my YouTube channel info for you guys, just in case. All right, so there's my YouTube channel. I just put it up for you guys. Anybody looking to check out the stream on YouTube, the link has now been pinned on my comments. All you gotta do is follow that link. It'll take you straight over to the YouTube channel where you can be watching this on 1080p. And while you're there, you can subscribe to my channel, help me get up to hopefully 1,000 viewers, or 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 viewers, that sounds nice too. But you need like Ronnie O'Sullivan to play against Jed Trump or something like that, or Shane Van Boning against Dennis Rocoyo. That will get you 1,000 views. You can be the worst streamer in the world, man. I'll still get you 1,000 views. Got a nice little breakout angle here, which is what he's going for. Gonna come up short on the shot though. Tensed up a little bit on the shot, you can see. Not happy with the result, but I think it's a decent result. I mean, Randall needs to be able to not just make the shot, but also break out that 11 ball, or at least get behind it. If he can get this cue ball to go straight to the right and lean on that 6, he's good, but I don't know if he can. Oh, he had the shot. He was definitely there for the finish had he made that shot. A great attempt, just came up short. So Mark Ross at the table now. This table looks a little bit better in a sense, but he still has that breakout on that 5 and 7 that he's got to deal with, or 5 and 3, sorry. I like the angle that he's got on the 2 ball. I feel like he can just use that to get over there to maybe break that out, but maybe he doesn't quite have that straight line that he needs. Cue ball's going to go roll a little bit further than he wanted it to go. Now he's got to be careful here, because if he decides to play for this combo and he ends up missing the shot, he might sell out that 11 ball to the side or the corner. So this shot, if he takes it on, he's got to make sure he makes it. This adds a little bit of pressure to the player, especially when they're thinking about what happens if I miss, right? So hopefully he's not thinking like that. Hopefully he's just thinking about making it. Good shot. A little bump out the 13 is not going to be a bad thing. He'll be all right. He still, it looks like he's got a tight squeeze on the 6 ball, but I feel like he can make this no problem. But the camera angle kind of makes it look like it's a tight squeeze, and that's just the shadows from the lighting. Oh, he's going to miss. There's going to be a timely miss, too, because he's left him nothing. I don't think he can even make this 13 ball. Maybe on a jump shot, but Side view is not really going to tell me much. It tells me a little bit. It looks like there's enough room for him to be able to jump over this ball, but it's one of those jump shots where you have to jack up your cue a lot more because it's so close and you got to hit it with lots of power to get that hop over effect. If you can see some of this, maybe you can, you know, billiard off that 11 into the 13. He's going to hit that 7 ball. It's going to be a ball in hand. So Mark Ross playing a good safety. He's going to get rewarded. You have a chance here to be able to figure out this table with a ball in hand. The combination is something you don't usually want to play with a ball in hand on an open table, or not an open table, but on your turn. But in this situation, I feel like you have to. Although, I don't know. I mean, the 7 goes past that 13 ball to the bottom left corner. So if you wanted to, you know, just take that 7 ball first, you could. The combination isn't a bad idea also, though, because, you know, you make the combination, the 7 balls a follow-off shot, the 5 balls a finish ball. But this way is okay, and it still works out the same way. As long as he makes that 7, which he will. And he's got a proper angle here just to follow throughout the top rail and get set up for the 8 ball in the opposite top right corner. You could draw off the cushion too, but I feel like you just play this natural, just off the top rail, left-hand side. Interesting. So he decided to set up for this corner pocket, knowing that that 13 ball gives him a little bit bigger of a pocket. Not a bad choice. The only thing here, though, is that you have to play the shot as if you're making it to the corner without that 13 ball being there. Because if you lean on the 13 ball as a cushion ball and you try to aim towards that 13 ball, you might miss the shot altogether. But if you just try to make the shot to the corner, the 13 ball will be a natural cushion. You didn't even need that 13 ball. It's in the pocket. 2-1. He's got the lead. It's a race to 3. Race to 3, so he's on the hill. Gene Peacock says, I'm watching on YouTube. Welcome, Gene. Armando Martinez, bienvenido. Welcome to the stream. Guillermo Guerrero, bienvenido. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. It is Friday right now, so it's just the beginning of the weekend for most of you. But, you know, it's 6:30 over here, so it's evening. It's go time now. You're officially off work. You're just enjoying your evening, doing whatever you love. And if that happens to be tuning in to watch the stream on CUESPORTS Live, then, well, I appreciate that. Smash and break made a ball off the break, and he's going to have an opening shot. Both solids and stripes are available. He'll take the stripes, and he's just going to miss that 14 ball slightly. Mark Ross with a chance to close out the match now. First turn at this table. Open table, too, so he can decide what he wants to shoot for. Originally, the stripes looked really good, but now I don't know if I like them anymore. I mean, they're still okay, and you can still make this 13 ball and break out that 14 ball that was just tied up by that, too. But I'm not sure if that's what you want to do here. Though the solids don't look much better right now either. The only thing I like about the solids is you can open up that 1 ball right off the hop, and then you got to figure out how to get that 7 ball or that 2 ball opened up. Now this angle here on this 6 ball would help him, but the 13 ball's in the way, so he doesn't have the path. He does have the possibility. I don't know. Let's take a look, but I feel like you can maybe take the 5 off that stripe in the corner right from here. Let's see if he even sees it. Now, the worst thing about that, or the worst case scenario in that situation would be that he takes over the pocket. Well, that's going to work out. That's going to work out all right. That should have been a situation that, you know, he kind of would have been stuck with something in a situation on top of that situation, but he's managed to escape it. He's opened up the 2 ball. And just in case, if it doesn't go to the pocket, that 13 ball is laying right beside there for a nice little off and in. Next thing he's got to solve on this table now is that one ball, which, you know, it's sitting pretty, but it's sitting right next to the stripe, so he needs to bank it out or break it out. What's up, man? How's it going?
You're not playing the singles? You playing teams? Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, they had hockey started from yesterday, right? Supposed to be streaming some hockey, too. Never done it before, so I'm a little nervous, but I got the setup, like the scoreboard, everything set up for him, right? We'll see. I probably won't do no commentary because I'm not. Like, I love hockey. I watch it for years, but I don't know all the terminology. Right? So I'll sound like somebody that doesn't know hockey, and I know hockey well enough because I watch it, like I say, all the time. Still feel comfortable. It's like going on a first date, you know. And I feel the same way. A little nervous. That's right. Yeah. So, plus, it's a good opportunity. Another way for me to expand into my work, right? There's way more hockey tournaments every year than there's pool tournaments.
Yeah, you're right there.
Huh?
I already ran up.
We'll see you, man.
God loves Malcolm, got himself a cut. Supposed to be, I asked him, I said, you playing in the singles? And he's like, no, man. He's like, I promised the wife I'd be watching hockey with her today, so I'm playing on the teams tomorrow. And I said, oh, okay. And then he's like, yeah, I kind of snuck off over here to, you know, check things out here at the pool tournament. And then he gets a call from his wife like 2 minutes after he says that. And like, she's like, are you coming? He's like, yeah, no, I'm on my way. He's gone. Got caught. Women, man, I'm telling you, your wife has a sixth sense, man. If you're supposed to be somewhere and you're not there, she knows where you are. You don't need to hide it. She'll just call you and be like, just get down here. That's like me when I'm at the pool hall, whether I'm streaming or playing, and I'll call home and I'll be like, yeah, listen, I'm gonna be on my way right away. I'm just gonna play a couple of games and then I'll be on my way there. Usually it's like an hour later, 2 hours later. That's when I'm finally on my way home. But she knows already. When it comes to pool, there's no time limit. I think that's one of the reasons why I love pool so much, man. Because when you're at the table, time, life just doesn't exist. It's just you at the table enjoying the moment. And there's so many puzzles and stuff at the table and challenges that, you know, constantly keeps it interesting. So one of the biggest reasons why I love pool, honestly. It's not like every other game, every other sport. They all present their challenges as far as when you want to be a professional level player, but the connection that you have with pool, if you're into it, you know, like really into it, where you spend hours and hours upon hours playing and practicing, you understand the connection that I'm talking about. It's a lifelong connection. Unless you get, you know, eventually have kids, and a lot of people break free from pool when they have kids for a bit. I did the same too when I was growing up. Used to play really well, and then I had to break free from it from my parental responsibilities. Like how I try to sound a little bit more formal there. Trying to add some class to the stream, man. Well, he's in a bit of a tough jam here. I mean, all he's got left is that the two saws are both tied up. Now, if he's going to try to make this, he needs to go off the 13 ball, not off the 8. He needs to slightly cut this to the left side to go off the 13 ball, but he needs about medium stroke to be able to get the power to get to the pocket. Anything less than that, it's going to come up short. He had the right idea, just came up short on the shot, and he had decent pace. I feel like maybe he needed to be a little bit more powerful on that shot. But, you know, at the end, he missed the shot, and it's kind of okay that, you know, it didn't go in. They didn't put extra power, because who knows how that table would have changed because of that. This way, he hasn't really changed the table a whole lot. His 6 ball's now open completely, and he should be able to earn another opportunity at the table unless Randall plays a safety here. which is what he's done. And it looks like he's giving the shot on the 6 ball, which is what he didn't want to do. He's trying to just bank that on the rail, off the rail into that cue ball for the safety. Oh, he just needed to get that opened up a little bit, and he's going to grace it, but it's not enough. It does come out open, though, so there's a small possibility here of maybe doing a long rail kick shot to the side pocket on this one ball, but it's a low percentage shot, man, and I feel like if I was in that situation here, I don't really think I'd go for it, but, you know, what safety do you play on this table that can get you another chance to come back into this match and continue to play on this rack? I just can't see anything there. The only thing I can think of is a small roll-up shot on the one onto the 15, but he's got an escape shot to the side pocket or in the corner pocket, so... Oh, what a shot! I appreciate that one, man. Oh, it didn't hit the rail? I thought it hit the rail. I could have sworn to God he hit the rail on that one. I gotta look at the replay. I felt like that was a great shot, but apparently he didn't hit the rail. I don't think he stood in the way. Maybe he double hit it. It looks like he hit the rail, right? I'm curious about that one. I'll have to ask him after this rack is done. Oh, Randall's going to get a chance to be able to tie things up now. This, if he can tie it up, this will be our second hill-hill matchup of the day. I wonder if he double kissed it. That's what I'm thinking. He gave him the ball in hand. But the fact that he didn't give him the ball right away and he let that cue ball slowly roll into it, I thought maybe, you know, he had a good hit. And it also looked like he hit a rail on the replay, but maybe that's where it was short. He just didn't hit a rail. And look at this. Oh, man. Anywhere on the table you can be and you got the finish there. The only spot you don't want to be in is the spot you end up on. That is crazy, man. And now, like, you're kind of stuck with no other choice except for a back and forth 2-rail kick shot. Side to side, that's what you got to do here, a 2-rail kick shot. Depending on how close that 8 ball is to the rail and the top rail, which to me it looks like about 6 inches away, that shot can be either easy or hard, but at 6 inches away, the shot is really hard. It's got to be perfectly measured. He's getting a jump shoot together, so he's going for a jump shot. That's a different way to get around this for sure. But to me, it looks like that 5 and that cue ball are fairly close, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to jump over this. I mean, there are people out there that can do it for sure, and he may be one of them, but I know that this is a very, very difficult shot when it's that close to the object ball. Oh, he hit that 5 ball, and he made that 5 ball, so that'll be a ball in hand. It's also going to be the match, because it is a race to 3. And Mark Ross will win that game.
Hey, Mark, when you took that shot to the safety, did you double kiss it or did you not hit the rail?
Close.
It was close, man. Because when I looked in the replay, it looked like you hit the rail, but then on the replay, it looks like you
Double hit it?
double hit it, yeah. So I wasn't sure why you gave him the ball in hand, right? I thought
Oh, yeah. No,
that was the shot, man. It was so tough to make that shot, too. You had to have, like, that nice feather cue for that one, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably did so. Like,
Well, and he has so many balls around there. Like, if you didn't roll up perfectly there, you had everything. I was so happy. I was like, holy shit, this guy just played that shot. Good effort, man.
Yeah, all right, so that game is done. I got to find out what the next matchup is. Christian Alberto, how you doing? Orlando Flores, bienvenido, welcome. 3-1, and yeah, I got to get my next match. Or maybe there isn't another match right now. If that's the case, I'm going to go get a lunch break. But I'll find out right away. Don't go anywhere. Don't start running away on me. I mean, you can if you want to, but you're going to come right back in 10 minutes and check to see that you missed out one of the games already, and you're going to be disappointed because it's going to be the one that had the highlight of the day. All right, I'll be right back. I got to find out. They might not have another match for me. All right, folks. So it looks like I don't have a match, and I'm going to be taking a lunch break. So I know it's like lunch break, it's supper. I know, man. But for pool players and streamers, there is no such thing as time. There's just, oh, I got to do this now. And that's the case for me. I got to go have my lunch right now. Plus, I got to go take a look at the setup for hockey. I got to go see the organizer here and try to figure things out for the stream here for the weekend. So it's going to work out okay. Let's check out the last highlight. I thought he had this, man. Like, he had to feather this so perfectly. Oh, and it just stayed off the rail. Like, it looked like it was there. Unbelievable. Oh, wait. I was just going to go right away, but I might as well do a couple of ads real quick. So if you guys are in the market for some new jerseys, maybe, you know, you're going out to the Westerns, or maybe you got a team coming up for the active playoffs, whatever the case, if you're looking for something nice for shirts, we have a nice selection of shirts available at jamupapparel.com. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I don't know why. I haven't even ate anything, but these guys are playing their match here. But I'm going to take my lunch break anyway. They already told me that I could. These are the shirts that you guys can find on jamupapparel.com. This is some of them. There's always new designs coming out. There's always different designs available from Predator, from Jam Up, and Salado, which is what another brand that we're doing now. But if you guys want to check them out, go to jamupapparel.com. Those are the men's, some of them. There's some of the ladies' shirts right here. You can see the designs. Beautiful designs. They do have some junior sizes too, so if you have kids, children that play pool or any other sport, they're looking to look a little bit sharper out there, Jam Up Apparel is the way you go. And right now, if you guys go to our website, you get a 10% off for the first time that you subscribe. We're not subscribed, but the first time that you order, you'll get 10% off. And if you're looking for team shirts, you can message me, Rod, at jamupapparel.com, or you can go directly on the website and use code CSI23. Code CSI23 is going to give you buy 4 shirts, get the 5th one free, which is a great deal. If you're in a team, you're trying to save some money, you want to look sharp. There's nothing sharper out there than Jam Up Apparel right now, I'm telling you. they're the leading brand out there when it comes to sporting clothes. And I mean, people will say Nike and Reebok and all that. I'm sure they had their time too, but Jam Up, they got some great designs, great quality clothing. You're not going to regret it. I promise you. Go check them out. That's going to be it for now. I will be back with another stream. I got to go get some food, man. I won't be that long though, but I'm going to be a little bit. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. What that means is you got to get out there and put everything on the table, right? So what they're basically saying is the harder you work at the table while you're practicing, the less you're going to lose when you're playing against opponents, because you're going to get the right foundations behind your game to be able to play consistently good all the time, to be able to take on those guys and girls that you can never beat before, to be able to beat them consistently. But it all starts with you, and it starts with the practice that you put in. And the practice can't be just ball banging. It has to be practice with a purpose. Create something better for yourself to make a better player of yourself. And then you're going to find the right habits to be able to become that best player that you know you can be, the champion within. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. My name is Rod Arriagada. If you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, you can do so. If you want to message me to come out to your town, you can message me at cslmanitoba@gmail.com. And I will truly be honored to come on and cover your event. I'll do my best like I always do. Professional at heart and in my mind too. So you know you're going to get the best from me. Message me if you're interested. And other than that, if you guys are never been on our Facebook page before, make sure you guys like and follow our Facebook page, and you'll get notified every single time we go live. And trust me, we're going live lots. I mean, myself, I go live at least once a week, but I'm doing more events now. We're in the pool season. Same thing with the guys in Calgary and BC. Everybody's going back to work and streaming again. Lots of reasons for you guys to follow and like our page on Facebook. And if you want to follow me on YouTube, you can. I got my own personal page, which is Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. You can go over there, check it out, subscribe to my channel. You won't regret it. You're supporting a guy that has a lot of passion for pool, and you're going to see lots of good stuff that you normally wouldn't see on other streams. I promise you, I got lots of stuff coming up this year. That's going to be it for now, though. I'll be back with another stream shortly. Probably won't be for about another 45 minutes to an hour because I got to go get some food, and I don't know how long they're going to be to cook it. But I'll be back, guys. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing. You guys are awesome.